another gap, and Talon have managed to slip into the B site. Does Forsaken consider it? It will be a quick check. That kind of confirms information, but how do you retake now?
Oh, Primi needs to go a bit nuclear here.
Oh, thought to set up more with the Nightfall, but Primi just shuts it down.
Ui,
Jing is able to find
TALON
back
में
the
Primi है.
1v1. Talon knows they have to hold out closer towards A-Link because they have the wall on the other side, but still, the kill's coming through something. Uses the clone and goes up close. It's the shorty kill at the end of 4K, and PERIPHERALS are up 2-3.
भाई TALON में Primi है.
And the tandem plays with his teammates. I mean, the first one with Forsaken, the other one's around C just
Oh
then.
shit.
Well, he's going to lose his brothers in arms, but it doesn't really matter. He's getting all the shots collected. Bit of a roughie for Talon. I mean, I'm even looking at it.
आ गया जी, आ गया. ईशान जी आ गए.
Defiant was one away from the Steel Garden. Unfortunately for Primi, yeah, he gets the first frag, but he kind of blindsides himself a little bit in the end as well. It's a bit rough. And then something just getting up close and personal with the shorty. So we flip it on over. Could have been a 4-1 scoreline, now 3-2. A little bit more of a contest towards Talon's scoreline, and they're going to have to drop down to Stingers here.
Big potential alt round 2, though. So you still pay some respect to these Stingers.
Oh, massively. I mean, we've got 4 on the side of PERIPHERALS. We've got 3 already available for Talon, 1 away from Primi.
Oh, the refract. Must have heard it. Instantly goes back, but Talon will rush.
Seaside is technically open.
भाई मेरे को Primi का गेम प्ले देखना है भाई. Primi है भाई, तगड़ा बंदा है Primi. मैंने montages में देखा इसको.
Combo that with the Hunter's Fury.
And it's also Jit Boys on the lurk, getting shut down though. Defy coming back in to deal with Primi. Better control for PERIPHERALS as they fan out across Garage now, but still a frag for Kill nonetheless. Crew still has the Annihilation too, so might be able to turn things into a 2v2. The clone gets sent out, something landing the shot. Now it's a 1v3.
And Ty has picked up a Vandal here.
Stuck on the site though. Try to play around the barrier mesh. Can you land the shots? You get the first one, but there's still 2 more skulking around your back. Something with the shorty again!
Unfortunate for Ty. Has the 1 versus 3, has the isolated angle against Jing. Just crosshair placed a little bit too high. He gets dinked in the battle as well. Game gonna be tied up right now. An investment of a Hunter's Fury in the rounds 2.
Welcome, 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 सभी को welcome.
I mean, they're trying to formulate some success. It just doesn't work out. It's a great idea to try and abuse Forsaken when he's been putting these refracts really close to his body when he goes for these fights.
आज तो दोनों तगड़े मैच है भाई. क्रूज में शाय है, T1 पता नहीं मेरे को. इसमें भैंचो टैलन में Primi है. Something PRX तो crazy है भाई. Crazy matches है भाई आज.
Now we go back to the proceedings of the rifle round. And to the A site to engage first, where Something's operator is here and already striking.
Maybe repeaked as well. Forsaken controlling outside of Garage. There goes those kills, and Talon pretty much have to save at this point, but they can't even do that. Patman on for the 4th kill.
Flawless in HP for PERIPHERALS at the moment.
Heaven match, फिर Bind, फिर Lotus. Oh fuck भाई, क्या matches होंगे आज, क्या matches होंगे. आज तो पूरे दोनों matches की सारी watch party करके जाऊंगा. सारे matches देख के जाऊंगा आज तो.
Build up some economy, build up some strength. We have no weak PERIPHERALS today. They are not pulling their foot off the gas.
ओए क्या free fire था भाई.
To the head of Cruz. PERIPHERALS will take the lead.
Crazy भाई. Delay है क्या? नहीं delay नहीं है.
I mean, how do you deal when PERIPHERALS are just pushing out on so many different fronts?
The problem is right now, Something is just going absolutely ham with this operator. He is hitting his shots. We're seeing no scarcity in the server from PERIPHERALS. They are getting very antsy for these jewels at the very
Free fire देख Batman का free fire देखो भाई.
Tap, and he's just had the bullet walked into.
He's a tap dancer. I've seen him do it before.
Well, unfortunately, Talon are looking like they have 2 left feet currently with the way that PERIPHERALS are shooting here. 3 rounds in a row, aggressive towards the A site yet again, but once more, Something with the operator. Tag on a Primi.
Tag हुआ.
Crash out too. He repeaks and gets the kill.
Second bite of the cherry, Killer, expecting that Something would get off the line.
Oh. Well, that goes a little bit awkward. Still, slight timing from Jit Boys, but Talon hover around the A site.
And Devi is here. He's got his Arcros on the wall, but they start to peel away a little bit. This is an open site now. Can start to clear all short. Forsaken.
Primi का aim देखो भाई कितना clean है Primi का aim कितना clean है.
Should have allowed PERIPHERALS to stay towards this A site a little bit more prominently, but they don't. So now it's this 4 versus 3 hold in the post for TALON.
Potential ways to get in.
Yeah, Convergent Pass is actually going to be quite nice here if Forsaken wants to use it.
Something possibly looking for range with the shorty as well, but no more gate crashes. Just gonna have to go in for it. There goes Forsaken, but straight first into hell. Now Primi gets the other. Something has to save. Oh,
ओए
Can do some damage.
Time to jump.
Overzealousness from Primi there. You need to be holding your weapons for TALON.
गई ये तो
Nice idea from Forsaken to put out the hinder towards default and try to light speed in, but unfortunately,
भाई ये इतने पहले निकल गए, इनको पता है बहन जो सेव करेगा
at the right spot. And TALON hit
भाई
their shots
डिफ्यूज
in
हो
the first
जाता
round
अगर
with some
वो
good crossfires.
उस टाइम पे जाते तो
Just have a little bit more of a mellow close to that round when something backs out, but it's all good. 4-4. Wonder if we're going to get any timeouts come soon from these two teams.
रुको
We need to see
रुको
some
मैं
adjustments from TALON around how this operator is being played from something. They need to have a couple more early investments from somebody like Killua on the Sova. Get that drone, get that dart before you put your bodies on the line. When you don't have the drift or the clone going in first, for example, for Primi, it's kind of the only avenue that you've got. I mean, one would argue Jitboy's on the camera as well, could do the same thing, sure.
quick entry from Forsaken then. Up close and personal around A lobby. Got additional sniper
ओए क्या शॉट था भाई, क्या शॉट था समथिंग का
Killua, but for Ty, I think a little bit more impressive to quickly get that trade. Love the light speed over towards Long to come out from them to dispatch of Primi. Very unexpected. Forsaken got in there and then got out. And they want more.
Convergent paths in. There was a paranoia invested as well. They are all completely hindered, but they've got distance.
Yeah, you can't capitalize on that one there, unfortunately. In this sort of scenario, Jitboys would have loved to have the hat available. He's looking the wrong way, though. Jing, a free frag. And Fallen Comrade again on Talon's side for the 2 versus 4 tie. Noted.
Now it's just double.
ओए दो को पिक कर दिया
No
इसने
chance for Talon in this round. They might have had the 4v5 from before, but unless Cruz finds the frags, it's not going to happen. Forsaken with a 3K.
And PERIPHERALS again will reclaim the lead. Surviving with 4 to back up the monies.
पॉपकॉर्न बना ले भाई, सही में क्या तगड़ा मैच होगा भाई, ये क्या तगड़े मैचेस होंगे आज T1 क्रूज का और अभी इसका T1 का आरआर क्यू का है T1 और आरआर क्यू
It's not a map that they generally look to go towards, but they're kind of having fun in the server by the feelings that we're getting at the moment. What
क्रेजी मैचेस होंगे भाई आज, क्रेजी मजा आ जाएगा आज तो
still in the first week, so they've only played this map in the first week of this stage. Same composition with the Waylay Yoru. They got 2 wins. One convincing, one not so much, but they got wins nonetheless. Just got to remember what is successful for them, what can be convincing. And this tight-knit affair between the 2 teams at the moment from SEA. Do get that timeout that I was talking about a little bit earlier on. How long will we wait for this one to come into play?
Big stakes for Talon.
Yeah.
So you really hope this timeout converts.
Got a bit angry during this week.
कौन जीतेगा predictions डालो कौन जीतेगा
It's good to see that
TLN or PRX
and Frost is getting real active there. The game plan tracking a little bit now, faltering a bit, right? Cruz has to communicate a lot towards Frost and Jovi so they know what's going on in the comms for this tie roster. It's quick again. Sharpshooting. Forsaken, it's what he's looking for. But it's just going to be some information for now that it's more of a default style, at least for the first proceedings.
कितना close इसने कर रखा है, बिल्कुल wall के close भाई.
So you gotta be cautious off the timeout. You expect PERIPHERALS to try to throw a wrench into your plans. This op does spot him out though.
And if he does gate crash back, you've still got that shield down over at the long side of things, so it would have to be the short angle from Talon. You've got the drone already exercised for Killua in this round, so just the recon dart. Cruz still sitting on this annihilation as well. He's able to grab net in towards the front of Garage. Might be able to try and pick up a cheeky kill. Just the single shot onto the haunt, not revealing too many players in the position of mid. But if they want to keep going up the guts towards this B site, it is where Pac-Man currently is, with a Nightfall available.
breaking the thorns. They're thinking, trying to pull the attention away because of it. The slow plays into Garage has worked out before, but now you got Jing in this spot.
Ole, blinded.
There's relay coming up from Divine, and Nightfall now gets sent in. Cruz still pushes up.
Yeah, Cruz just gets Jing before the Nightfall hits him for the health disadvantage and the sound
2v3.
the advantage of players. Now for Talon in towards the seaside.
Oh,
but for something to still be
low
alive
कर
here,
दिया भाई, दोनों
it's
low
a 1
है.
versus 2 with the drift available. Can Hot Potato to a different gun to better favor around this AWP because Thai and Jip Boys are low.
Trip,
Just
oh,
watch out for the trip a little bit. Thai trying to cause him to think.
Gonna get information with that trap wire being destroyed and the shot echoing out. The plant is not sensational for the long spot of Thai. He'll play the one way.
Which would cover something's vision if he goes onto the tap, sends out the clone instead, and checks out Garage.
I mean, it's so doable if he thinks now that they're both playing it long, isn't it?
Oh wait, no, the one way doesn't cover it at all.
You can see the angle from Long Thai.
Has to get off the right time though. Now way too low, but at least he has it half. If he beats out both peaks at the same time, still Thai lands the shot, and Talon will tie things up.
Oh, I thought that angle of the spike was a little bit too deep, but
भाई something उठा नहीं भाई, half कर दिया उसने. अरे बाबा. भाई अभी सो के उठा क्या? हाँ भाई. PRX वही. मैं पोल डालता हूँ बहन की गंड. पोल डालते हैं. PRX और टेलन. मान मजा आ रहा है. PRX और टेलन. TLN. Check ball. Yeah. Yeah.
To the back, getting double peeked too. Control over Garage. You set up the cage, you set up on C site. Killua blocking off Z Long as well. Jing, the only one left, trying to do it all.
Gotta bring out that Joman right now. And he's just gonna get tapped away by Premi, removing something straight, removing Defi's Steel Garden, hitting some spicy shots from Talon there.
भाई कल से तेरे कॉलेज कल नहीं जा रहा मैं. कल नहीं जा रहा मैं. चेंज हो गया मेरा प्लान. 20 को जाऊंगा मैं.
It's because something's on bloody 19 kills already. We've seen so many moments in this stage, in this playoffs area, where we're just getting an individual hit. 17, 18, 19 kills in a half. And it is no different towards what we're seeing here from something today.
Disarmed, he's onto a judge. The money isn't too
great. Drift is still available, and if he can get the timing right or some combinations with a teammate, could certainly be picking up a frag. Speaking of lesser equipment variety, I mean, Talon have 2 outlaws here as well, with the lesser shields of a couple of these PRX members. They can find them pretty easily. I'm kind of wondering, though, was there enough for a rifle on the floor that they can Hot Potato? There we go. Thank you, Mr. Observer. Here in that spot.
Have shifted into a different stance, though, because of these current buys.
Yeah, but Talon, they're not really going to be able to scope that one out over towards C, are they? There's no Forsaken push-up completely this
Something
time.
जज लेके शॉट में खड़ा है.
Over towards C,
साइफर को ले सकते हैं.
Sewers, the murky waters where something lurks and lies. And Chip Boys will be casualty number 1 in this round.
Rifle picked up.
सी खाली है, पूरा सी खाली है, पूरा सी खाली है. पूरा सी ले लिया इन लोगों ने. अरे बहन चोद.
And the Steel Garden from Divide, though. You've got the advantage of players.
Garage में जज.
He overlooks the corner. No.
Forsaken comes in. That's a weapon picked up as well. The Bear Mash quickly dealt with. Steel Garden ripped.
वाइस ने अल्ट कर दिया, सोवा ने अल्ट कर दिया. ओमन ब्लाइंड कर रहा है.
Sends out the flash. Hunter's Fury deployed, but everyone from PERIPHERALS have set foot onto site. More utility dumped in, and Thai desperately tries to hold on. Something goes wrong.
Fade ने भी अल्ट कर रखा है, उनको पता ही नहीं है डिफ्यूज हो रहा है.
First one, but Cruz instantly trades. Double kill quickly found, and they're continuing to spray onto the spike. Jing sticks it all the way through. You tie things up 6-6 at the end.
अरे बहन चोद.
5 versus 3 in the post plant. Early Hunter's Fury. Great paranoia that actually comes through from Jing as Killua is trying to line up a shock dart.
क्या था ये राउंड, क्या था?
Just the oppressive retake that comes through from PERIPHERALS. Love the elevation angle, by the way, from Jing, getting on the top of the site there to start to spray as well. But it is a bit of strength in numbers. Both remaining players in Cruz and Killua.
क्या था ये राउंड भाई?
At the end, What a chaotic rounds to come through, but you would expect nothing less in Pacific. 6
भाई
to
मुझे
6
तो
at
बड़ा
the
बोल रहा था
half
कॉलेज
between
आना
these
चाहिए,
two teams.
तो चूतिए मेरे तो 2 ही दिन हुए हैं,
Alex said it.
मेरे तो 2 ही दिन हुए हैं कॉलेज स्टार्ट हुए, अभी आज भी नहीं है कॉलेज मेरा, कल से तो कॉलेज स्टार्ट होगा। भैया 4 लाइक्स है, जल्दी से लाइक्स करो। ये हटा देता हूँ, टेलन नहीं TLN। हाफ
How many
टाइम।
times? But he just went for it. Oh, I love it so much.
Oh, well, I mean,
Collected today.
you're going to be not too
मजा आ रहा है, मजा आ रहा है इसमें।
for Alex, right? We do hear that they are already in champions.
Yes.
They could take their feet off the gas pedal a little bit. They're not seeing Ascent, they're not seeing Corrode, 2 maps that they just haven't revealed here, which is kind of nuts currently.
TLN
Talon even
69% pistol round win.
fine. They don't want to play it either.
And Talon should be the more motivated team this time.
फर्स्ट नंबर पे है भाई TLN, फर्स्ट नंबर पे पिस्टल राउंड में। ओहो,
We switch it up. Talon on this defensive side, setting up those sensors over at A for the traps of the Yoru. Wonder if something is going to be aware of that with this mid walk from Talon. Primi onto Divide.
Quick on the mark. Takes a bit of damage, but over onto the C site.
Got the barrier mesh that's been placed down at the front of A lobby, as well as the waylay from Forsaken slotting himself in the short cubby. Just been pinged too, so I think Jitboys' camera has spotted it on out. Forsaken kind of unaware by the looks of it that that's been noted, because he's still just sitting there.
क्या ऑफ एंगल पे खड़े प्रीमी, क्या ऑफ एंगल पे खड़े?
Still though, information plenty for Talon.
Yeah, second in the garage. Patman, what can you do?
Has to go in for a 3-fire shot.
Oi!
Jitboys lands him, quick reaction
Oi!
instead. A 3K picked up, and then the 4.
भाई साइफर Jitboys, oh my god!
Oh wow, watch some shots coming out from Jitboys. Well, speaking of Jongjin a little bit earlier from the Korean side of things, and he put Jitboys in his build diff team as a little bit of a troll. There's 4 kills that are going over towards him. What a great
बस
arrow
क्रॉसर पे है सारे इसके।
No engines being revving here today for PERIPHERALS.
उल्ले,
Great.
हांडी फाड़ रहे हैं भाई।
Pistols. There you go, got him in 4K.
Well, still gonna keep going though.
भूख लग रही तो मेरा लड़ा पाव खा लिया मेरे भाई।
No, Divide on the sheriff.
और क्या ही कर सकता हूँ?
Last round, I mean, Forsaken has kind of found out that the C side of the map currently doesn't really have too much protectorate of the place from Talon.
ट्रिप भी तो है सी पे।
Straight through.
Yeah, Jitboys can't get anything this time.
Clone getting sent out. Primi trying to find some refrags, but still not quite getting the angles that he wants. They'll just shoot through in the common spots though.
Primi's low. I don't want to see maybe him and Cruz even swap weapons. Going to send in the drone for the first bits of information. Plant down for PERIPHERALS so far is good. Pistol's getting up close to the spawn side.
You leave Divide and watch for Garage with that sheriff that has range. Still though, through the
Oi,
smoke,
hey, hey.
the rest of them, they continue to push. That's a weapon possibly picked up for Pat.
Cruz might just need to lob the grav net backside here, which he does.
Which does land onto Jing, but that's a ghost. Pat can still land
Nice shot.
And now it's a sudden 2v1 Cruz, needing to do it all. Tries to
ले,
all the
पूरा
way
stick,
through. Pat
पूरा
gets the
stick,
Prowler
पूरा
cross,
stick.
But no, the defuse has been stuck, and it will be a Red Bull clutch up for Cruz, 8-6.
Oh, he's done well to be able to stick that one on a knife's edge. You'd feel like in the 1 versus 1, it's just the classics that come through from PERIPHERALS. One member surviving in Cruz there. The Haunt misses from Patman. A little bit shaky on the throw. The Prowler as well. Just removing everything from Cruz, just sticks it with no care in the world. It's kind of the only option that he has as well in that moment.
Unbelievable.
It's going to be another scenario, though, that going into the bonus rounds, Talon are not going to be really too equipped, right? Lost a lot in the second anti-eco, too. In the second round, rather, the first technical anti-eco.
सब बे पे
Big
स्टैक्ड है,
tackle
सब
down
बे
the
पे स्टैक्ड है.
sewers from Talon.
PERIPHERALS should have hurt the jump. Talon trying to bait them in.
Who bites first here?
Oh, come on.
लाइन में खड़े हैं.
It's gonna be Talon. They begin to swing, and PERIPHERALS just hold down mouse one. Oh, no chance. No shots.
अरे
It's a wallet for
भाई.
PERIPHERALS.
They're just all chained up at that spot right there. You
चारों
talk about
लाइन
high-lows
में
in this
खड़े
game of
थे.
Valorant. Well, that's a high-low affair to come through from Talon. It's a little bit unfortunate that they don't even come away with a single kill in that spot. They had some investments of some higher weapons as well beyond that that Guardian.
You know, speaking of parents, it's Mill for you.
क्या शॉट था समथिंग का?
I only know English and I know it very poorly. I'm even
Familial
awful
layer
at
crate.
क्या
Australian
शॉट था
slang.
समथिंग का?
You can't ask me about other languages.
Victoria would know about it. Anyway, Talon buying up now.
Yeah, first gun round to come through from them. Getting a little bit closer to that neural theft of Chip Boys as well, but something with the Outlaw. Gonna have to pick his prey a little bit more perfect as it's just Primmy with the lighter shields. Got this B-side trapwire that comes in from Jip Boys on the cheeky little angle, something. He's not even gonna have a chance to be able to find a frag in this round now. Just removed immediately as we get into the C-side from PERIPHERALS in a deficit position.
This is where you really get to track the 4v5s. Jit Boys already getting information.
Thorns over at the spawn side can buy some time too. Forsaken with the refract. Not active, not available. Getting a little bit forward.
Oh, and just holds the
क्या
angle.
क्रोसर
Force
प्लेसमेंट
forward on
है.
Batman, and they've noted Primmy. Not quite seeing Jit Boys, so what is this movement? A risky dive, and it doesn't quite pay off. The rest of PERIPHERALS trying dastardly to hold on to the choke, but Primmy has broken through. Just a Vi left, and he swings for it. Double kill quickly found, but it's the clone as well. 2v1, and Talon just worked that to perfection.
1 versus 4 for Devi would have been a difficult one to try and find, but he was hitting those shots. He even hit the clone of Primmy, which is the right utility at the right time there for the retake.
TALON हो सकता है भाई.
Them. Would have been an absolute sensational one.
वही भाई उसको
Such a
क्या ही
couple
बोलूं
of
मैं.
early first taps in the round as well from both
ये
teams.
देख.
Forsaken does get caught out, aggressive into the
Primmy का aim देख,
crunch upon, but then it's a further crunch that comes upon from Talon too.
ये देख इसको
The
देख.
eventual retake
ओए.
that seals the deal on this round. Timeout to come.
बहन चोद.
PRX's words placed on
भाई
this
तूने कुछ
one.
खाया? हाँ भाई खाना खा के मैं ब्रेकफास्ट करके आया हूँ मैं.
Talon are holding a bit of a lead. It's definitely the avenue that they want to
Breakfast
see
करके
here
आया
to
हूँ मैं
try
मेरे
and get a
भाई.
close on this map pick of their own. Not able to best PERIPHERALS just yet. What is it, like 5 or 6 in a row? that
PRX
are winning.
दोनों बंदे
Look
PRX
towards this
बहन चोद.
tourney as well, and PERIPHERALS are not
TLN
ever
जीत
seeing
रही
the
है.
third map. They've all been 2-0s, bar the 1-0-2.
0-2. That's right. That could all change today depending on how well Talon pilots this series.
Game plan tracking is going to be quite pivotal as well for Talon right now. Is your research and your game plan strategy at the moment still going the way that you're thinking it is on this defensive side? Are PERIPHERALS playing this composition the way that you're expecting it in their movement around the map, in who they're putting in first for these duels? Something has been really locked out of this half so far. 21 kills, now over into 22 in 4 rounds. Only the single kill.
Still making it close though, a bit of economical damage. Cruz down to a stinger, but
yeah, but in this round you've got Drift, you've got Annihilation from Primmy, from Cruz, might be removed.
Oh, still though, baited out into it. Not expecting Cruz around the corner, but Jing finds the shot still, and they will manage to break through. Annihilation doesn't quite matter when the rest of the team is here.
Oh, Primmy. Does he have
अकेला
a
Primmy.
strategy? Gate crash to the spawn.
नहीं दो.
Jing bailed out now. A free frag to bring this to a workable scenario. Has the drift as with
Cypher B पे ही है
has
अभी.
clone and blindsides as well. So he
Primmy के पास ult भी है. ओले.
Kill potentially here, but he is just by himself on an island, and Forsaken goes.
ओए
Now this is
Primmy.
interesting.
No.
Primmy.
भाई. अरे भाई Primmy.
All he does is just to hold down these angles. PERIPHERALS peeked into him. Devi tried to place apart from the team, but
ओ
still.
बहन चोद.
Couldn't get the 1 versus 2 last time in that 1 versus 4 affair. Will he be able to pick it up this time? Because you would assume it's going to be the drift angle. You want to maximize the chance here.
अरे ये साइफर और Primmy एक साथ एंगल क्यों?
30 seconds
Watch
left.
out for the Rose potentially too. A flash could work wonders here, but
Ult कर दिया.
dimensional drift. Suddenly it's a little bit more chaotic, a little bit dirtier. Oh, the clone as well. Jitboys just goes for the swing. Talon pick it up.
Jitboys gets the theft as well. Would have got it off the
भाई
defuse if not
2v4
for
निकाला है
the
बंदों ने
kill. Talon
2v4.
gonna achieve double digits here in a very proactive position when they're in that
Oh
deficit as well.
fuck.
Premi just sneaking back in
Oh
towards long,
fuck.
getting a great frag. I need to see the POV duel against
भाई
Forsaken
जावा
properly.
करते करते स्ट्रीम
For
देख
me,
रहा.
that
अच्छा
one
प्रीम
is an absolute pivotal one. Annihilation you see there used.
एक बंदा क्रूज ने निकाला था बस. प्रीमी ने देख.
Just removed. Shots out from Premi. Really nicely done. Timeout from PaperX utilized as well. Not converting into their favor after, but they'll have another crack at this next round with the buy.
Crazy भाई crazy.
With the ulties that they throw into it, but an adjustment on this defensive side into the garage with the trapwire. It's low. Oh, and the damage.
Oh,
They
there's
didn't
another
break it.
trip.
It's the same one. They didn't break it.
ट्रिप है भाई क्या ट्रिप है.
Jitboys, that's a lot of damage. Thinking to go for the kill.
Batman Forsaken low है.
Doesn't know it's a Forsaken's hiding underneath.
Camera got some information. Doesn't matter anymore.
Oi.
Destroyed. Patman to Jitboys. Maybe they did break the trip and it was the camera, but regardless, now this retake, it's on. Oh, and it's awkward with those shots on a Forsaken who has 9
ले उनकी
HP.
guns गई.
Still
उनकी
guarded
guns
as
गई.
well, and Talon have to respect the
Huh?
space, trying to spray blindly into garage, managing to find one through the wall bang.
Guns नहीं गई किसी की.
Net too, but do have to vie. Watching his brother 6. No, Premi comes out from the back of garage window.
Got to speed up now. Time's a ticking.
Oh, and PaperX continues to try to delay as much as possible. The shots all span through the one choke. Ty now out from the back. The footsteps
Time पे गए.
something for
Oh.
the swing. And with a
Huh?
triple kill in the round, PaperX managed to stave off the win
Something
streak.
ने किधर से मारा उसको.
Unfortunately, in that moment too, catching his teammate in Killua in the grav net. Not able to get in towards the garage, but it draws enough attention away from the window to start to get a couple of kills. Time ticking way too low in the end, and a lot of awkward bullets just spraying around throughout and in amongst the garage. Not able to get the round in the end is Talon. Something just again surviving, able to deliver some damage. Gets the decisive blow in the end, 46 HP. He's tagged through the box. Now we bring it into, again, another pacier one from PaperX. Up garage, up long. Some tickling damage. Sprays through the wall. Jitboys just on the classic. The rest of his team, some upgraded weapons in hand. Cruz with a stinger. And as the C site is found by PaperX, we're not seeing anybody close from Talon just yet.
Talon trying to play the long game. Build up onto the ults. Patman, though, just farming outside of garage. Thigh for the trade.
Do you still want to give this one a bit of a go in? You invested. Big deal to win against Devi if at all possible, but just trade it out. Forsaken wins that, and it is going to be the save situation for Talon called. And the hunt can be on as well. Their economical standpoint is not the greatest. Finding this round here could be worth 2 for PaperX to try and tie it up.
Oh, save कर रहे हैं.
Forsaken closer to the A side too. PaperX just knowing that Talon wasn't going to be playing their standard on the C site.
Ultimates as well, retained for PaperX. This is an important one for Killua, has to win this duel. All right, hold on to the Vandal. A heavy round now to come. The credits.
बेंच पे पे का प्लेयर्स का गोल्ड लेवल.
For Talon if they lose this round.
वही
For
भाई.
them to not see double digits from PaperX to tie up the scoreline. Starting to get dirty. Starting to get...
भाई सिर्फ एक दो गोली चलाते हैं, 2-4 गोली में बंदा खत्म भाई. बेंच पूरे गन तो इनको स्प्रे भी नहीं करनी पड़ती.
Break Talon's economy now. PaperX might be able to turn the tides.
Sensor in the garage, trapwires to the A side in this Cypher lock comp. Clear out what you can in the garage, but the barrier mesh gets full activation. Can buy a little bit of time for Cruz to relay to the team. Gatecrash spotted from Ty and destroyed. I like this proactive space gathering from Cruz too, but you gotta have a little bit more of a focal point onto this A site. Premi needs to find something here.
Gate crashes away.
It's too hot. It's a position that's too hot. When you've got this push up through long from Cruz, you know that it's going to be an A-site angle. Just going to scope out the situation with the drift. And Shadow's in to assist.
Come down to the kill trips too. Jit Boys in position for it, but the Nightfall gets sent across. All decayed, and Patman just spams across into Primi. Hunter's Fury as well to buy a bit more space. Jit Boys pushes up, Forsaken to trade.
Ty, he's just getting tagged up by his teammates, Hunter's Fury. But we're low now. Ty, Cruz, 3 versus 3. You gotta almost find Paper
TLN के बहुत low हैं.
Quite low. Forsaken should have that kill any day of the week, but he turns away. Cruz out for another. And now the hunt is on. Killua descending down into it, but Jing all 3 dead at the hands of the Joman.
That's a bit of a roughie from Talon. Some missed utility in towards Hell as well. They all peek individually at the end. Thinking to myself, you just gotta wait a split second to get Cruz in towards it as well. Get that Gravnet going towards Hell. He just can't get the right angle on it by the looks of it. Ricochets off the wall. And Jing just hitting some nasty shots to tie up the game.
बार-बार ये जगह ना Watchparty, heavenly combo.
A mid-yeehaw from them as well. What a perfect smoke from Jing. Progressive to block off the vision, to fall, and provide some further blocking too. Bit of special Omen tech deployed there.
All of a sudden, it's not high noon anymore unless Killua gets to find something. Something just gate crashes back with the team onto C site. Then the entry goes through. Forsaken.
Good combos with the Paranoia and the light speed to get on in, and it is just overwhelming.
भाई 10 हो गया, ये 11 हो जाएगा अब.
Damage you can deliver at this point in time.
PRX ने comeback कर दिया.
Coming in the next rounds.
Time out अब किसी के पास भी नहीं बचे.
Don't need to. It's just the pistols that would only pick up ultis, really. You've already got 2 of them, and you're not closer to anything else. It's more so just economical, saving. Don't give an opportunity for Talon to be able to find a kill. With how Jing was looking in the last round, certainly not going to be seeing that anywho.
Last player hiding side of garage does get spotted. Flawless for
हो गया.
4 in a row now. You got to see a timeout from
Iron का गन बड़ी लगा के प्रीमियम ने है. मैंने देखा ही नहीं.
Caught a glimpse of it. The timer has just stood still, so they will be coming in with a chit chat, and you can just see it from the both POVs with that Omen smoke too. Don't see it be too common anymore, actually, when I'm watching these games around the world, but you love to see it in that sort of situation from a player in the region that was kind of thrown into the Omen spot, right? Was a very slow start to kind of figure out between Jing and Forsaken when they're picking up that controller role.
अच्छा अभी बच्चे हैं टाइम आउट. एक अभी पेपर एक्स का भी बचा है वो. मेरा दिमाग फट रहा है भाई. इतना गंदा मैच हो रहा है. इतना शिट भाई, शिट. 3 बंदे PRX पे. अरे बैंड चोद भाई. PRX ने 14 था चैंपियंस में. ये पिछला चैंपियनशिप भी तो PRX ही जीती थी. 2024 का पता नहीं 25 का मैंने सुना था PRX ही जीती थी. एक बंदा PRX में रिटायर हो गया ना. कौन था वो? उसका लास्ट था ना वो जो चैंपियन जीता था जब रिटायर हो गया ना वो. क्या नाम था उसका?
But here we go. On the back of that timeout, we get an operator out for Primi. It was so pivotal for the successes of something on that defensive side, mind you. This early utility over towards A is going to set up the operator on the sewers line. PaperX are not even going for it because Jing, he repositioned, but he does get taken down.
Still though, sticking the spike all the way through. Annihilation doesn't land. Forsaken might be stuck in the corner, but still able to play on the site. Patman watching the angles for him. Conversion paths into A-Link, and Killua is completely saturated. Might be able to stick himself in the corner, but Forsaken hunts him down. Primi and Thigh in for the retake, but no angles found. PaperX have reached map point.
And again, just another oppressive play from PaperX into that B site when you get a couple of shots not connecting from the Talon lads, and the Annihilation doesn't pick you up on the spike plant either.
1 2 3 4 5 6 राउंड लगातार जीती है PRX लगातार। समथिंग ने भी आयरन बड़ी लगा रखा है, इसने ब्रॉन्ज गन बड़ी लगा रखा है। समथिंग ने आयरन लगा रखा है, D41 ने ब्रॉन्ज लगा रखा है।
To potentially turn into 6 to close this map. No, Primi is not going to bow down without a fight in this one. Taking out Jing, looking for more.
देख ब्रॉन्ज का गन बड़ी।
Jab, if anything, the Prowler drawn out. Not really seeing too much.
Impossible though to get a neural theft on towards that position. Going to get a little bit antsy in the midst of this one for a mid frolic again from TALON.
You're aware the PaperX is around A lobby.
Those sprays give you any idea that they might look to push into the window a little bit. You can see Crosshairs trained to that spot. But now we start to shift our attention towards this A site for the split affair from PaperX. It's only Primi here.
PaperX feels comfortable just here watching their backs.
3 बैक आ रहे हैं, 3 बैक आ रहे हैं।
You got a TP in front of that shear. You got to see what Ty can do here. He's taken the wrong spot. If he'd gone short, there'd be more bodies to play for.
Just Jit Boys.
चारों बैक।
As well. Primi though.
एक हेवन गया।
As possible, delays the plant and then goes in for the kill. Third shot out to Forsaken now. Killua trying to fend off the incoming attackers as well, and Thai will do it at the end.
Not really well done from TALON.
बहन चोद क्या हो रहा है?
The advantages as Primi, who was looking for a couple of extra pot shots, any extra cheeky damage that he
नहीं चैंपियंस तो EDG जीती थी, पता नहीं क्या जीती थी। PRX का जीती थी, अभी इनका स्टोर में भी बताया था। हाँ भाई ये PRX को जीती थी भाई।
Enraged upon by PaperX, looking to close this map. You eventually have that flank to come through as well from TALON, and the sheer strength in numbers when Primi's coming away with that.
अगर ये राउंड भी TLN जीत गई ओवर टाइम।
Last round of regulation here now.
ओ बहन चोद मार।
TALON on that C site with those trap wires, set them all up.
भी पुश कर रहे हैं, हार्ड भी पुश हो रहा है।
Over towards this Bravo location, something dead to rights by Thai. Has to get out now.
Oh, and he could just TP out.
Planted.
Jit Boys potentially use the theft here again. It's just
सब बाहर निकल गए साइड से, सब बाहर निकल गए।
To secure the information, drone to at least confirm. No one close towards the smokes.
Divine noted that it was a clone outside of A lobby as well, so PaperX just watching.
कोई नहीं है, कोई नहीं है, कोई नहीं है साइड पे।
Cruz, he's gonna throw that out, but they overlook Forsaken.
Used it for the corner, but still the shots going through. PaperX is spamming into the one general direction. Forsaken dealing the death blow. 13 to 11 on Talon's own map pick. PaperX take it.
Oh, that one gets extremely close in the end. Just unfortunate.
बैन शोध कोल्ड ड्रिंक पी रहे हैं अभी भी लास्ट तक।
Thought they might have had it in the bag when they had the advantage. But you see such a streak of
man, man.
To close that map. It will never go down without
Recon
a fight between these two teams.
क्या बताऊं इन भाई।
But PaperX do come away with map number 1 in this series. We turn our attention to a
माँ चोदी भाई इन्होंने, क्या माँ चोदी इन्होंने।
And angle their focus in towards the next map in
क्या गांड फाड़ी इन्होंने। अगला बाइंड है, PRX का भी स्ट्रॉन्ग मैप है बाइंड।
Do not play.
Yeah, definitely a lot of experience on both sides. That's why it's got to be
PRX का स्ट्रॉन्ग मैप है बाइंड।
Performance on this map from both teams, all players fragging out, but it becomes really laborious as well for Talon.
In that first half, something so crucial to PaperX's success. It just felt like it was the something.
भाई something ऑपरेटर बहुत शानदार थी, बहुत शानदार।
Putting some red noses on Talon a little bit there, but when you flip it on up, it's more an effort by committee as well. All of PaperX very aligned in this map. All of Talon also kind of aligned as well, don't get me wrong. But just a sliver better in the end from the PRX squad. And as I said, Bind is going to be on the horizon as well. But for me, I'm excited to see what our desk is going to be able to say about this one, because it could have gone either which way in so many different cases. What if a player didn't clutch? What if there was a split-second different decision in a certain crucial round? I mean, all these things are always chaotic in a game of Valorant.
And that will be that. You know, Pilsky was mentioning it. 5v4s, 4v5s. We're going to toss it back over onto Desk to break it down.
जिन्हों तो बनने स्पोर्ट्स प्लेयर है, लोड़ा है वो। रन नहीं बन पाएगा।
You know, teams keep picking
बोलता रहते
Haven,
बस वो।
thinking this is PaperX's weakest
6-9
map,
6-9
and PaperX keep winning Haven every time they get picked into it. That said, TALON came really damn close, and we were just remarking how we would have liked to see this go to overtime because TALON looks so good, especially near the end.
100%, they just can't beat these guys. But this is classic PaperX. Like, even, okay, go look at their Lotus streak for the longest time. How many bloody games does PaperX win? 13-11, 14-12 in OT. They just scrape these games across the line. Their players come alive in these pressure mid-rounds.
भाई बाइंड किसका तगड़ा है? बाइंड मैच किसका तगड़ा है?
said earlier on this couch, the only difference between these two teams is experience.
मेरा एक दोस्त था, वो खेलता है स्पोर्ट्स वैलोरेंट इंडिया। मैं भी जाऊंगा वैलोरेंट इंडिया स्पोर्ट्स में, चिंता ना करो। मैं भी जाऊंगा वैलोरेंट इंडिया स्पोर्ट्स में।
Win with their backs against the wall like this. We take a look at the scoreboard though. The two Yorus going head to head, going absolutely.
बाइंड किसका तगड़ा है? TLN का या PRX का? ये बताओ।
This is the third map in a row that they've lost by 1 or 2 rounds against PaperX now. That was the story of the last series. 14-12, sorry, 12-14, 11-13.
22, 19, 27, 12 something भाई.
Unlucky guys. Lost by 1 round again.
And over again. And you were talking about the main difference being experience there, and we did see a particular round by Cruz, right? Where the way he ended up diffusing that spike, that calm steadiness,
I don't know
and
what's
big
around
balls.
with. Look, honestly,
डायमंड
I
लेते
heard
वो
about
लोग
that
लेकिन
injury. I think
इमोर्टल,
something might be
अरे
waiting
बहन
for
चोद
him.
इमोर्टल नहीं जा सकता क्या मैं लौड़े?
Real. He's got some serious strain pulling off the
पुश करने लगूं ना इमोर्टल में कल चला जाऊं।
Your precious parts,
ये तो
but they are
बकचोदी में
big,
खेलता हूं
and
मैं।
you ended up nailing that round, and I think that was a very important round there.
सीरियस खेलने लग जाओ ना बहन चोद इमोर्टल 10 दिनों के अंदर। Radiant.
Getting those 3 kills. And now we have to talk about something.
क्या बात कर रहा है तू लाडले?
Was absolutely insane.
This guy is unbelievable. He took over this game, ended this first half with 21 kills, I think it was. He was 17-1 at some point. No thanks, well, sorry, every thanks to this operator. He's so good with this weapon.
Yeah, you heard it from Frost on the desk. He said, oh, maybe there's a chance that something just drops 30 on us and runs around with the operator like he did on Icebox. Unfortunately, that would come to pass in the very first half that TALON had to play against PaperX. It only went 6-6 overall, and something will be the MVP, but PaperX don't get this game.
4 मिनट में स्टार्ट होने वाले, 4 मिनट में स्टार्ट होने वाला।
In the first half, it was an incredibly tight first half. Thanks
भाई
to
गोल्ड लॉबी में मिला है। अरे गोल्ड लॉबी में मैं सही बता रहा हूँ भाई, गोल्ड लॉबी डायमंड इमोर्टल से बहुत हार्डर है गोल्ड लॉबी। भाई कोई भी डायमंड का बंदा, डायमंड असेंडेंट का बंदा गोल्ड लॉबी में नहीं खेल सकता भाई, ये बात भूल जा। नहीं खेल सकता भाई गोल्ड लॉबी में वो बंदा।
Frost has been complaining about this since forever, about PaperX just having really good shooters and managing getting themselves out of the most sticky situations. They just shoot themselves out of it. And that's what keeps happening over and over again.
It's borderline unfair.
It is, but it is getting closer now. And now Frost has his own super team that just needs to get more experience. And Bind is going to be our next map. And it was very interesting. You guys pointed out earlier why, last time it was the other team.
Hello mobile. Game तो तगड़ी आएगी भाई। क्या बताऊँ? अगर इंडिया में आएगी तो भाई तगड़ी आएगी। लेकिन आए तो इंडिया में आनी मुश्किल लग रही है वेलो मोबाइल, क्या बोलूं? दिखाऊं? Play, download the game. Valorant मोबाइल पर रजिस्ट्रेशन स्टार्ट टुडे। 19 को लॉन्च होने वाले थे, चाइना में लॉन्च हो गई। अच्छा आज तो 17 तारीख है। 2 दिन में तो चाइना में लॉन्च होने वाली है ना ये। पबजी की तरह फटेगी भाई, अगर आएगी तो फटेगी, अगर आएगी तो फटेगी। Tonight I will wait. पता है क्यों? क्योंकि पबजी सीधा मोबाइल में आई थी सबसे पहले, और पबजी का इतना बड़ा बेस बन गया था। ये 4 साल से पीसी गेमर्स में फेमस है। 4 साल से वैलोरेंट के जो मोबाइल गेमर है, फ्री फायर, पबजी जो भी खेलते हैं ना, वो लोग भी वैलोरेंट को जानते हैं। इसलिए वो अगर मोबाइल में आई तो पबजी से ज्यादा फेमस हो सकती है। ये बात है। पबजी वाले, फ्री फायर वाले, कोई भी मोबाइल गेमर है, वो सबको वैलोरेंट के बारे में पता ही पता है।
Oh,
Like, I
it's
can't believe they
जब
just
पबजी आई थी
complete,
तब वो
like,
एक न्यू
both
गेम थी,
Pacific
लेकिन
teams
वैलोरेंट
smoking a
4-5
Masters
साल
win this
पुरानी हो
series.
चुकी है भाई,
Like, I
5 साल।
cannot believe that.
but both of these
तो
teams
बेस उसका है।
like Bind, lucky or not. Honestly, I mean, we used to joke about all these teams being really lucky here, but PaperX has been consistent.
लेकिन पीसी में खेलने
all
वाले
year round,
ऑलमोस्ट
and
पीसी
Talon
में
have
ही
started to see
खेलेंगे।
that consistency
मोबाइल में
appear
मजा नहीं
as
आता
well.
खेलने का,
But both
जितना
of them
पीसी में
still
मजा
have
आता है।
playbook.
Yeah,
और
PaperX have
हार्ड
been
लॉबीज
very
पीसी में
good
ही
on this
आएंगी
map
भाई।
this year. They do
मोबाइल में
pick
हार्ड
it this
लॉबीज
series,
आएंगी
but
ही
as
नहीं।
we were saying, last time these two teams faced, this was
पीसी
Talon's
जितनी
pick.
हार्ड
This is
लॉबीज
a map
मोबाइल में नहीं
Talon
आ सकती।
also enjoy playing with that quite unique comp there with that Gecko and the Deadlock. Over on the side
बहुत
of
फर्क
PRX,
आएगा,
we are
बहुत फर्क
expecting
आएगा।
double duelist.
गेम
Jing
सेंस
back
हो
on the
सकता
race.
है
Yeah,
अच्छा
Jing on
हो
the race,
या
something
सेम हो,
is such
लेकिन
a terror
एम
on
पीसी
this
में ही
map
बेटर
on
होगा
the
बंदों
Yoru
का।
in particular, and Devi's been actually pretty good on the Viper, one of the only
इसमें
maps where he
वन टैप
plays
लगते
something
हैं,
different.
उसमें
He'll play
स्प्रे
the Sage
होगा।
on Sunset, but we won't see that. For the most part, he's been sticking to
मोबाइल में
Ice
वन टैप इतने नहीं
lately.
लगते मेरे
And I
भाई,
think for Talon, this
स्प्रे
is a
होगा।
comp that they've been running right since the start of the year, going all the way back to kickoff, and they barely didn't win over PaperX last time as well.
मोबाइल
So
में चलेगी
I
फैंटम,
think it will be
ओडिन,
very, very disappointing if once again they lose a
या फिर
very tight
स्नाइपर
game here.
ऑपरेटर।
Yeah, I'm just remembering what we ended up clipping the last
मेटा।
time they played Bind.
What do we
In
clip?
slow-mo
नया मेटा
with
आएगा
the
वैलोरेंट का।
Raze, when Governor was still on the
Oh,
roster.
right. Yeah.
So I wonder if they've learned a bit since last time. They surely will need to, because right now PaperX is in the lead, and even if you come really close, it's not a win.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
I do think that this is still a good map for Talon. They still have a good chance to manage to turn this series around. Now we take a look at the agent compositions. On the side of PaperX, no changes there. They're running with this double duelist. Something was a terror on...
Very chode ad, very chode ad। लो भाई, स्टार्ट हो गया गेम। गेम स्टार्ट हो गया, गेम। गेम होने वाला है स्टार्ट।
Talon on the attacking side.
Ole,
So we hope to see a
bind.
map 3.
Yeah, I mean, let's hope for Talon that they don't have sand between their toes and need to wash that out, because that'd be a roughie here if they bow out in the 2-0 fashion. PaperX have only really seen this stage. An important one on Bind that was played between these two teams last time in that opener map in that series. 11-13 was the scoreline back then too. So you're expecting just another close affair. The attacking side for Talon, they will start once more on the expectation, actually, with the Astra Star already in the teleporter, that there was going to be something sent on through. They can use that a little bit later on as well. PaperX having traps with flashes through the teleporter is really nice when it comes to Bind for me. But something on this walkabout is just going to get punished.
No gate crash there. Tried to go for it, but still this will now be a possible opening for Talon.
Massive rotate already from PaperX. It's a bit of a telltale sign that Talon are going to go to this B site with that first opening kill, and this is why, in the open, just head removed for Thai.
Grab that towards the back as well, though it does kind of stall PaperX, but Jing and Forsaken have already made it past. Forsaken with the classic kills, and now the entire site engulfed in Jit smokes.
You gotta know that this is gonna be a possibility.
क्या entry करी इसने?
Watching the right angle for the spawn wrap, expecting that it might actually be the autonomy lurk to come on through from maybe the actual spawn wrap from A, but the flames fade away.
Jit boys will need to take Forsaken down.
It is the frenzy too, mind you. We're on Ascent the other day, he got a couple of kills, but when he switched the guns over to that Ghost, remember, he faltered. It was a crucial round when that one was played
30
there.
seconds left.
But now creeping on up.
भाई बिल्कुल नहीं हिल रहा 4 सेकंड बिल्कुल नहीं हिल रहा
Well, the frags first.
कहाँ जा रहे हैं
It's gonna be hard no matter what.
कहाँ जा रहे हैं
Time passed. He's not too sure where his opponents could be. Just hiding in the same spots. Patman will take the pistol for Paper.X.
Jetboy's going into the Astral Realm there as well, just not expecting them to be on the back of the site where they were just getting the kills from in all of the chaos. Even through the Dizzy, we're getting kills on Paper.X's side. There's a bit of overlooking to come through from Talon in multiple circumstances in that round. Just not expecting Paper.X to get a quick rotation as well. Very ambitious to draw utility in the open from Hookah, and again in the open into that realm. Bit of a rough pistol to come through from Talon in the end of it. Maybe just not expecting things from Paper.X really, where you have a name like Paper.X. Guys, always expect the unexpected.
How do you do that though?
Just have a big
पांचों शावर
Four-head, five-head. Right now it's all 5 players inside of Baths. Blocked off by Snakebite.
This utility could absolutely shred them.
Oh, it's Devi shredding them with the stinger. Look at him, he's just running and gunning it. Checks into Baths as well. All 3 from Talon waiting on the other side, but the pop flash will do it. Nice little right click too, but here comes the spams. Jing pushing along the corner with the Prowler. Bring me another kill though, so bit of damage. Not too bad, but Paper.X still taking the win.
Easy 2-0 for them now in that round. Good pass mark. We're surviving with 3 players alive and 3 Bulldogs, in fact. This is where we got to start to see the rifle rounds really come up for Talon, because when you look at that last map pack and you see both pistol rounds, both second rounds going the way of Talon, and then they still end up losing.
मेरे को ये गोलू बोलू लगता है भाई
a bit of a
D41 ये क्या नाम है इसका D4V41 नाम क्या है इसका
something, well, sorry, from Jing and Forsaken.
To the smokes though, that's the play from Paper.X. Talon just spammed through.
Ty picking up 3, maybe a 4th, it gets shut down, and a trade comes out in the end. You get the plan from Lil Bro, and now Devi can see what he can do with a judge, but he is
save कर ले बेटे save कर ले.
Slowly going back across market, you would assume Cruz has this in lock.
This might even be the save for Devi. He can wrap around back towards short.
जज से कैसे मरेगा save कर ले.
It's still going to be a difficult scenario with the angle that Cruz is holding.
Just a tight angle.
Yeah, he's going to look to get it potentially at the end when the spike looks so
वो आएंगे
Doesn't even matter.
Okay.
He's just sprayed through the wall there, Jetboys. He is literally just taken like 10 bullets through the wall.
Stupendous.
Probably
कुछ नहीं बस उसने spray कर दिया.
If you are on Talon. Ty, some really sharp shots to come on out with the gun barrels revealing and something. I mean, that is a little bit hard done by. Let's be real. You've been accidental in that one, and here we go. Yep, shots through. Laugh, get the fist bumps out. Wrap around first round, bonus round for Talon. But what I cast my eyes on again is something that pulled the rug out under you over on Haven for the defensive side. It's something with the operator. Luckily for Talon, it's on the other side of the map.
The execute looking to go through into A a little bit safer this time. Still got to watch out for the judge, though, potentially Devi slipping through the incendiaries. And then the TP play getting shut down by Jetboys around the back, but Devi prevents the spike from going on just yet. Jing, a bit more damage too. Something trying to get vision out from Heaven, but his teammate has
Operator पे आ गया something ओले.
You can settle down here as Talon as well. Repick up your flash, give it a couple seconds.
And 14 की.
As the plan is down for Premi, a sensor on the spike. You've got Annihilation in you if you need. But for something, the experience and the angle isolation right now, there is the Thrash back in. Has to gate crash around all the way back to spawn, but he will have a second go at it.
Does at least confirm that there is one hiding inside of Baths, but the angle probably not given to him.
Save करेगा.
Save time. Really good timing from Killua actually.
बहुत बढ़िया something, बहुत बढ़िया.
The gate crash, had it been up at Heaven, for example, could have been a little bit closer to have a go at that retake. But you still got a couple of bailout situations. Anywho, Premi picked up that gate crash at the Gravnet.
बहुत बढ़िया save.
As I said, there's a sensor on the spike and also the Annihilation. But Cemented in stone is going to be Talon, tying it up 2-2.
भाई PRX वालों को पता है भाई कब सेव करना है कब पुश करना है सब बंदे को पता है
with the judge in the smoke, he's getting tickled by the flames of his teammate. And when I think about this map as well, I always think about when we're having an A play, Jitboy's lurking around outside of baths, outside the teleporter. Already starting to see that PaperX know about that as well. So I'll be interested to see what sort of adjustments Jitboys does come out with because of that.
For now, the adjustments just into the B site.
Progressive smoke in towards Garden. Got that toxic screen to just cut across B and the teleporter for PaperX. See Giant X, for example, running the Viper on this Talon.
एक बंदा शेरिफ पे है यार.
Cruz might have to send in some extra.
सेव राउंड है उनका.
See if they want to start to scale on up as well.
PRX का सेव राउंड है.
Some triple damage. Gonna have to fall on back. Remember, this is the pistols from PaperX behind the operator and behind Jing's Bulldog that has been purchased up here in a stacking attempt at the B site bar. That op for something.
उनको ये तो पता है एक ऑपरेटर है उन पे. लेकिन जिंक्स की बुलडॉग नहीं पता उनको.
Prowler confirmed opposition before.
Grabnet backside with paint shells could be an option. Sees as well.
Just going in for it. The util dump. Kind of working out for now, but look how Jing just bypasses, sidesteps all of it. The shot's going through. Paint shells as well. Divine now holding out from elbow. And more support as all the PaperX players hide inside of smokes. Killua, an attempt at a trade, but PaperX will still stand tall.
सेव राउंड निकाल दिया.
Even if the announcer doesn't there, the pistols and the utility that come away from PaperX a little bit better than Talon's.
यार सेव राउंड निकाला.
The paint shells, the mosh going all in, even a dizzy. But at the end of the day, you overlook Jing a little bit, and all of these smokes currently. PaperX just finding a couple of crucial angles to be able to pick up those duels instead and be better for it. 3 alive at the end of that one, a bit more stability. And a situation that Talon unhappy with, gonna opt for the timeout.
This mind games, a lot of it as well.
बैंजोत क्या लाइक करके जा रहे हो क्या?
This time it was just a utility not quite fully connecting. So definitely some interventions needed.
Yeah, it was always going to be something, risky here, getting in a bind against Talon. PaperX, I mean, opting for the pick, of course, too, right? Bit cheeky from them with how it's looked. But so far, not too bad in the early start here. Got that clean one against T1, of course, but already against Talon with the comp for that 13-11 scoreline last time, and on the back of a Haven 13-11 too. We are just seeing PaperX be awake in the server. Need to see that from Talon to answer back around that should have been theirs in number 5. See if they can continue on with some good percentages after their timeout calls.
The odds building up at least, but PaperX going to check outside of B.
Want to see Cruz get on this board as well in the kill department. But right now, something is going to be finding stuff. Killer down, no answer back. Nightfall, prepped and ready. It's short.
क्या crazy operator चलाता है something. क्या crazy operator चलाता है.
Though Jitboys with that delayed lurk taking down Forsaken for the trade, and Cruz off the Primi off the annihilation.
भागा
Just
Primi.
Denies the plant though, and are you going to expect Forsaken to already be pushed on towards this line? It's a cheeky off angle at this point in time, and now, as the divide falls...
क्या angle पे बैठे हैं?
The angle checking. They just can't angle that one. Forsaken, nicely done. But something, again, this operator is such a nuisance towards Talon.
Collateral of all things.
Yeah, when you see that Cosmic Divide cut the site in half, he really only needs to point and shoot at one spot.
देखते कैसे दो बंदे लिए.
Tying Cruz just lining up.
इसने भी बढ़िया मारा. ओए.
Shots, don't get me wrong, but too many targets to allocate toward as well.
Save up.
Did they get the operator or not? No. Might be Heaven. It was Heaven. That's why you died in the gate crash. Unfortunate, but the Outlaw in this kind of position anyways, it will rip every single one on Talon.
Still only 2 shots, but we'll see.
Operator.
Talon wanting to avoid the A side this time. Pit getting invested.
उनके पास 25-25 सब पे शील्ड है भाई, एक शॉट आउटलो का ऑपरेटर की तरह काम करेगा। ओह फर्स्ट भाई,
Incendiary as well inside of two. Talon will have to respect it. Trying to play around the angles though. Potential showstopper, but
समथिंग भाई, क्या बंदा है भाई समथिंग।
But still, those triggers will ring true. Talon completely stuck around the site. Just Jit Boys left. Happy with the plant, but not too happy with the way the winds are going. PERIPHERALS just collecting on it all.
पूरी आउटलो बरसा दी, पूरी आउट, मजा आ गया। बेंच 2-10 क्लास है भाई। मेरा टाइम टेबल आ गया, मेरी एक दिन में मैक्सिमम 3 क्लासेस है, मैक्सिमम। मेरा टाइम टेबल दिखाऊं क्या?
You also got to contribute to the team when you've got so many sharp players over.
फोन में दिखेगा टाइम टेबल।
Just all of it going across.
मेरी एक दिन कभी एक ही क्लास है, मेरी कभी 3 क्लास है, कभी 2 ही क्लास है। एक दिन मेरी 2 क्लास के बीच में 3 क्लासेस का ब्रेक है। जैसे सुबह 8 बजे एक क्लास, ठीक है, 50 मिनट की, 9 बजे तक खत्म। उसके बाद 9 से 11 ब्रेक पूरा, और 11 से 12 एक क्लास, और खत्म छुट्टी। अरे भाई क्या टाइम टेबल बनाए हैं भाई।
Concealed with the prowler and still landing the shot straight through.
वो भी हेडशॉट।
Denies Bath's entry. Primi at least managed to take one down inside of hookah.
Something cheating भाई।
That's certainly one. Cruz has just been done dirty.
Oh my God.
0 for 7 now. As Talon do get in towards this B side. An updated angle from a tie, but just expected and removed again. Everything going hunky dory.
अरे भाई ये समथिंग के पास ऑपरेटर तो भाई।
Is Talon bar the kill onto Divide. Inconsequential in that round.
As
PERIPHERALS get another clean
दिखा
one
फोन
on the
में है
board.
शेड्यूल।
For Talon, you kind of feel for them. I mean, that was their bye round. Now you're going to the next without too much. And you just look at how these shots go through.
For me, it's the fact that you're spraying through the wall as Cruz, and something still just hits the spot that you're shooting through.
Perfect shot.
Perfect pinpoint accuracy.
Perfect headshot. Perfect headshot.
Next round comes up now. It's just all the half shields.
Gotta be pacey up. Showstopper goes in behind the rest of the utility. But again, it's the trades that just come through from PERIPHERALS, and they're gorgeous once again.
Boombot out as well. Just to continue to stave off the assault. But PERIPHERALS are just having to go with it still. Not backing down. You push into Bath. Zit Boys is down for the
बेट करता है, क्या बेट करता है? Something क्या बेट करता है?
PERIPHERALS are certainly not making a lazy go at this one for sure.
भाई कुछ पढ़ाते नहीं क्या? वैन के लैंड तेरे से ज़्यादा पढ़ाते होंगे। मेरे को पता नहीं क्या था, बिल्कुल का ब्रेक।
They are standing on the tracks against the train. And well, we all know what wins in that situation. And if you
देख समथिंग क्या पीक करके बेट करता है ताकि उसका एम भाई ऊपर हो जाए।
You don't need tracks.
All roads.
Stinger by now.
Want to go back in time if your Talon's trying to figure out how to get back in towards this.
बस जीत गई है तो PRX मुश्किल है।
You're not even having vision on towards Forsaken.
टैलन का मुश्किल है ये मैच।
That's dirty. Now you got the util coming.
PRX जीत ही गई।
Jing just pushes up for it.
Uh-oh, orbital in lamps. That would lock you out. But you know what else, Will? Something with the operator.
Alt, 4 second
drift instead to secure 2 players of information. Block
कर दिया।
And through the TP as well, Patman looking for what he can. There's one and a second. The new recruiter PERIPHERALS getting active, and it's just tie locked. And whiffed from something uncharacteristic, but it's still a 4 versus 1. And it's the shorty again to get the job done.
Something ने उसको ब्लॉक किया, फेड ने प्रोलर दिया,
I mean, if you're
something ने blind दिया.
Where do you go? There's really no other place. The fact that Forsaken gets this opening kill already cements the round in.
I mean, there's not too many positions that he needs to start to shoot in that sky smoke. Really is there.
देख
So destructive at the moment. Everybody on
क्या
PERIPHERALS.
मारा पेट मैन ने, क्या मारा।
Playing some of the best Valorant really on this map. 8-4 chance for
मेरे
Talon. See
मेरे
if
से
they
ज्यादा
can
दोगला
keep
है।
this one competitive. It's a good start, and it's a better follow-up. And they've got a B site empty now.
PERIPHERALS hunting and chasing though. Jing will get shut down. It's another TP. Forsaken having a go at it. Look for the potential wallbang kills, but TALON not giving it up to them until
Fatman
arrives on the site.
Fatman 1v3
Just respect that. You take the spike over towards A, where Jitboys is going to push in the vents, but Patman going to get shut down as well. So it will be finally around for TALON after 6
मेरे बड़ा मेरे
rounds
से
in a
मेरे से ज्यादा दो
race.
क्लासेस है मुश्किल से मेरी 5 है भाई। अरे चूतिया फर्स्ट सेमेस्टर में ज्यादा सब्जेक्ट्स होते हैं मेरे भाई।
Finally being able to find
फर्स्ट
the
सेमेस्टर वालों की 5-5 4-4 5-5 क्लासेस हैं। मैंने खुद लगाई है फर्स्ट सेमेस्टर में क्लासेस इतनी।
Got a lot of cushioning in this round scoreline to
आगे नहीं
have
होती
a
इतनी
few slip-ups
क्लासेस।
if you need as PERIPHERALS. Now chasing that
फर्स्ट
9-3.
सेम भाई फर्स्ट सेकंड सेम में तेरी लेनी की जाएगी भाई, मजाक नहीं कर रहा। सेकंड सेम से नॉर्मल पढ़ाया जाएगा, मतलब ठीक है बढ़िया।
Remove the audio and the HP and you rip out a showstopper. If you're very narrow focal pointed up the short angle, for example, that TALON are looking to go towards, well, that could absolutely have a party for PERIPHERALS.
Still though, with all the smokes and such, I gather TALON still respectful, thinking there might be an op-in.
Premier's one away from the annihilation as well, so you might be able to get that out. And yeah, I mean, an operator at this position, you wouldn't put it past PERIPHERALS, who was still swimming in cash. Sending the Thrash. It's going to be the first point of contact in towards this site that can get immediately removed, and it's going to be something in the gate crash. Yet again, he's had a couple of times that he's been felled in that.
Still though, PERIPHERALS quick with the ults, ripped across. Jing looking for the showstopper, but Thai just pushes up front. Forsaken in an unexpected angle. Gets 2 kills. Kill up for the trade. Now just a
4
5
सेकंड
left.
चढ़ता कैसे है?
Doesn't expect Thai around the corner.
TALON जीत गई।
Managed to bring out a 4th.
TALON
Could have been a little bit awkward there.
थर्ड ईयर में कम बढ़ाते गए। हाँ भाई, मिड गोल्ड वेलकम टू स्ट्रीम भाई। मैं तो सेकंड सेम में भी उतने ही सब्जेक्ट्स हैं। फर्स्ट और सेकंड सेम में रहेंगे लगभग 11-12 सब्जेक्ट्स। सेकंड ईयर में हो जाएंगे लगभग 8 सब्जेक्ट्स। थर्ड ईयर में उससे भी कम, या लगभग उतने ही रहते हैं, गिने नहीं मैंने।
Just push you 6 feet under again and again. 8-4 discussions at the half for them.
माँ चोदी भैया जी, माँ चोदी भैया जी। वेलो वेलो मैं रात में मेरे भाई, रात में ना 8 o'clock के लगभग 8 बजे के आसपास। अभी वॉच पार्टी करके उसके बाद मेरे को बाहर जाना है काम से।
Certainly doesn't look like it with the way that things are going. That said, you consider, oh, maybe the composition on TALON's side.
He slams the decks, calls the timeout.
When Alex gets angry, he slams the desk
Coach
or he calls a
desk को
timeout.
slam करता है, timeout ले लेता है। अरे भाई।
No, I mean, he always slams the desk and sometimes he calls the timeout. So you're kind of playing on the back of one is expected and one is like, maybe.
There was a time that he kind of kicked something over and broke.
इन नोटबुक में क्या लिखते हैं?
A couple of years ago.
इन नोटबुक में क्या लिखते हैं? फर्स्ट ईयर में फुल पढ़ाई करता है कि भाई वैल्यू नहीं खेलता। सही में मैं वैल्यू नहीं खेला भाई फर्स्ट ईयर में। फर्स्ट ईयर में मैं वैल्यू खेला ही नहीं भाई। अब जो छुट्टियां हुई है ना, मैं इस टाइम में वैल्यू खेलना स्टार्ट किया। इस टाइम में भी नहीं, बताता हूँ तेरे को, रुक जाइए राउंड होंगे। ओह
Gotta look for more though. TALON, they got an advantage in players, but the Hunter's still starting to come on Thai.
Just holding true, firing more shots into the smoke. Jitboys with support on that frenzy.
TALON comeback.
Will take the pistol this time.
Yeah,
TALON comeback.
Frenzy for Jitboys, some good utility coming out with the train of smokes that.
मेरा अप्रैल में एक्सीडेंट हुआ था। अप्रैल में 1 महीना में बेड पे था, तब मैंने वैलोरेंट खेलना स्टार्ट किया भाई।
On the kill department, up to 3, it's 300%.
उससे पहले मैं 1 साल पूरा नहीं खेला। 1 साल पूरा ब्रेक पे था मैं वैलोरेंट से। अप्रैल में मैंने खेलना स्टार्ट किया, 1 महीना खेला, उसके बाद मेरे वो फाइनल सेमेस्टर के पेपर आ गए, उस महीने नहीं खेला मैं, उसके बाद अब जून में वो हुए हैं छुट्टियां, जब समर ब्रेक, तब खेलना चालू किया मैंने। बैंड चो ऐसे 8.5 CGPA बन गई क्या मेरी फर्स्ट ईयर में? 8.5 CGPA है मेरी फर्स्ट ईयर में।
Get a couple of ulti points in this round as well. You'll just take that to get closer towards Showstopper and Orbital. Removing Devi from the equation. Again, you're playing long lines if at all possible here as TALON.
मेरे को ये मैच टेलन का जीतना मैं सही समझता हूँ भाई, टेलन जीतनी चाहिए क्योंकि मेरे को लोटस देखना है, मेरे को एक और मैच देखना है इनका भाई। अगर PRX जीत जाएगी यहीं पे खत्म हो जाएगा। ओए
Maybe a couple more, but with the information, looking for potential GravNet angle as well.
Like that sonic sensor, the trigger for the nebula.
Okay, paint shells isolates one. Hear the footsteps.
3 HP Batman can't get it done. Premi with the 3K.
टेलन भाई थोड़े बहुत जीत जाएगी, जिस तरह पिछले 10 राउंड पहले कर दिए थे। PRX के 6 राउंड थे, PRX ने क्या कमबैक किया भाई।
Can you shut down the first buy round of PaperX in this bonus scenario?
भाई तो इतना पढ़ाकू नहीं लगता सच में, तो क्या बैन कर लें।
Haven't seen too much out of PaperX's attack just yet, barring the pistol where they went in the full rush into B.
मैं सही बताऊं, मैं पढ़ाकू नहीं हूँ भाई, लेकिन जब सेमेस्टर के पेपर आते हैं ना तब मैं पूरा दिन पढ़ता हूँ, उससे पहले मैं बिल्कुल भी नहीं पढ़ता, बुक उठा के नहीं देखता मैं, कुछ नहीं पता मेरे को क्या चल रहा होता है क्लास में कुछ भी, लेकिन सेमेस्टर के टाइम ओए होए क्या गांड मारता हूँ।
You see this position a lot, by the way, on Bind. A player getting close to the smoke. Wasn't even revealed there, expecting more players, but it's a bit of a showers play here. And that's just going to rinse you.
Oi, 4 seconds!
Rumi, getting too hungry.
I got the double TP. Trying to delay it as much as possible with the incendiaries too. PaperX looking for an entry into the A site.
You're just stuck. You know that PaperX can hang around a little bit towards that teleporter. You need to see TALON dig deep to get out of
Primi
that.
को नहीं मरना चाहिए था वहाँ पे।
You say his name, but he's not really going to become active here at all. He's hoping the PaperX come back towards his spot. Now we've flipped the map essentially, and TALON have to attack into this A site.
A lot more nerves on the side for TALON.
बेंचो क्रू मर सकता है स्पैम में। प्लांट हो चुका है, रीटेक करना मुश्किल है इनका। PRX क्रिश पे में इनका, क्रिश पे मैं नहीं कर पाता, ये नंबर गंदे आते वरना। कितनी 12th में कितने आए तेरे?
But you just get ahead of the sensor, you get trapped in the GravNet. That is actually
स्टन में मार दिया 4 सेकंड में, स्टन में
to get the stim pack down. Even GravNet down, you just get them shots out real rapid. And that can be very cheeky. Do love that. An opportunity now for PaperX for double digits, as you say, but for TALON, a necessary step here to get another rifle round on the board. Sensor baited out. But noted that nothing is too far forward.
TALON hoping that the second one will possibly go off as well.
Yeah, a little bit deeper in that situation. I'm expecting Jing to double satchel in or single satchel in eventually for a bit more of an explosive play into this A site. But Jip Boys is starting to really rotate around. He's already in the caves.
So full info for TALON. Just timing the utility possibly.
You got to see some good util. You got to see the GravNet. You got to see the Mosh. You got to be seeing some stalling action from TALON. They've got all 5 members here. They know what's happening.
Still though, the dive in from something as well as Jing. Oh, and it actually gets in towards Lamps. Still though, the trade's coming through and Killua will be able to find a bit more space, but Jing still firing. Killua into the smokes, and he's been snuffed out. PaperX have reached the 10th.
5v5 around the site with a flank coming, but it's just too slow from TALON. They didn't know when the go time was going to be from PerIPHERALS. They don't proactively throw out a little bit of that utility early.
85% physics tough his bar. Band chose 85% आ गए तेरे ओले.
A lot of mollies to the grav net as well that you can chuck earlier on to use it as some information on the hit. When you have such a massive flank, you know they're in showers or short.
मेरा तो पूछ ही ना भाई फिर मेरा तो पूछ ही ना.
Earlier duels.
कोई कोडिंग प्रोजेक्ट नहीं कर रहा क्या? नहीं भाई.
In back to the drawing board with the pistols here. A ramp up PerIPHERALS.
Oye, something.
Collateral like that operator. And even going hand
Something भाई कुछ तो हो यार आप कुछ तो something भाई आप कुछ तो चीज हो भाई.
Zval marking those positions. He'll spot that out. Something already has his ult, so Zval just sitting pretty. Maybe not quite getting the second.
He even got him down to 8 HP, man.
Uh-oh.
Knife.
No!
Sometimes you gotta get your hands dirty.
Hey, why are we playing silly buggers in the server, hey?
Bro.
For PerIPHERALS, if you want TALON to have this one in regulation, they need to be having a flawless run now. For the remainder of this defensive side, they knew that this was going to be a tough series.
बंदे दिखे भी नहीं भाई मेरे को स्क्रीन पे ही नहीं दिखे मेरे को. Something को कैसे दिख गए?
PerIPHERALS have learnt their weaknesses and they are ever so pressing forward with their strengths.
Just have no idea where they're about to go. TALON trying to get
इसलिए कहते हैं एग्जाम से एक दो दिन पहले नहीं पढ़ना चाहिए. क्या?
With that opening kill, trying to set up across.
What do you do though on the back of this? Forsaken is still hanging around, and now you're noted. You get him with the dizzy.
As they continue to chase as well, though, Jing pushing up, trying to get some more space around Hookah, but shut down.
Oh, we're still very hungry on this 2 versus 4. We're taking the space. We're putting in a thrash that goes straight into the utility, pulled out from the seas. This is what I'm talking about, a 2 versus 4. If Patman wins this 1 versus 1, that Premi may give him. Oh, we could have been starting to cook with gas, but I won't count Patman out. Now you do, with Premi for the closer. A lifeline to TALON.
क्या फायदा ये जीत के बैंड जो जीत तो वैसे नहीं पाएंगे.
Just ever so aware for this half.
बोर्ड में कॉलेज की बात कर रहा हूँ लाडले.
I certainly like it when TALON begins to get proactive. The opening shots, fitting PerIPHERALS into
बोर्ड में मैं पढ़ा ही नहीं.
Just down to the 1v2.
You'll still have a lot of confidence here as TALON to make sure that you don't get scared. It's not like you're out of contention for champs with a loss here, but you definitely want to be trying to track a win into the A site on the back of the drift, finding a lot of the space, and Zval has got a lot to do here, finding 1, finding 2 on the flank. He does get 2 indeed. Rough scenes, Cruz, Jip Boys down.
Still a couple of impactful ultimates possibly, but you gotta watch out for Forsaken. Smoke might be a bit telling, but it will be the showstopper from Jing that completely stopped them in their tracks. Another kill, and it's just Premi left.
PRX goes to match point.
Precarious position, but he still tries to make it work. Annihilation, plus another rifle kill. The incendiary lobs across, and Forsaken peeks off.
11 HP at the end there for Premi. He could not touch the flames there, but even Forsaken will make sure that he cannot carry on. That is now series point to PerIPHERALS, 12-7. There's 5 of them to play for, to book their ticket to the grand finals of Pacific, to set their sights on yet another trophy in 2025. And for TALON, it's
भाई आज मैं वो 1 महीने पुरानी स्ट्रीम देख रहा था. मैं जब पहली बार खेला था तुम लोगों के साथ, बढ़िया दिन थे वो. अब क्या खराब दिन हो गए क्या भोसड़ी के? अब क्या खराब दिन हो गए क्या?
Every single round that will potentially remain in this map.
Had it within your grasp, but now just trying to stay focused. The gun's not quite supporting them. Meanwhile, PerIPHERALS set their sights on B.
Nightfall to lead the way. Countered by Cruz.
And to Zval, if you get into sight, you got Pit possibly up as well. Patman just holding on to the other side. Zval finding the traits necessary. Oh, and you've got the blast pack in as well.
PRX
no
जीत गई.
chance. Just it, boys, and it's through the TP.
Let's go,
Defiance on
PRX.
the other end. And with that hat trick,
And
PERIPHERALS managed to
bench.
secure their spot into the grand finals.
ये तो कॉलेज के
Tokyo.
टाइम.
They say dinosaurs are extinct on this planet, but we have a extinction level
अरे
event that
बहन
is
के
returning
लंडन तू
to
टेंशन
fashion.
क्यों ले रहा है? फर्स्ट सेम में तू अभी
They
फर्स्ट
are
सेम
looking
में.
to take down everybody in Pacific at the moment.
फर्स्ट
looking
सेम
their
में
ticket
किस चीज की टेंशन है मेरे भाई तेरे को?
already to Champions Paris, but they are looking to have another checkbox here in
फर्स्ट
Pacific.
सेम में
The
किस चीज की
grand
टेंशन है भाई तेरे
finals
को?
is what they set their sights on. And for the dreamy eyes of DRX at the moment as well, they are still alive as TALON have one more opportunity to try and get into Champions Paris for themselves as well. They will have to sit pretty now for quite some time before they get into that lower game.
मैं वही भाई PRX को बहन
Japan,
चो.
because there is, of course, one more series today to see who they will be meeting as the challenger there.
It's got to be either T1 or RRQ. The RXs kind of helping each other out. That's it, though.
24 मिनट बाद
Not
होगा
out
अभी.
of it yet, but PERIPHERALS carrying their championship form all the way through, every step of the way in Pacific.
बस Meteorizo DH.
Really, so aggressive, so oppressive in the server.
Crazy guy Kushi Zemkin.
Clean bind for 13-7. We've even got Bok on the stage.
T1 और RRQ में से कौन जीतेगा? T1 और RRQ में से कौन जीतेगा?
Some maps too.
बोल.
Concealing Ascent, concealing Corrode, but what we
Couldn't
know that they're
appear.
not concealing is their voice. As we're going to have a chat with them now.
A clean 2-0 for PERIPHERALS to get themselves into the grand finals. Congratulations, you guys. Congratulations, something. Join me for an interview over here. Over here. 네, PERIPHERALs의 something 선수 만나보도록 하겠습니다. 승리 축하드립니다. 이렇게 오늘 승리로 스테이지 2 결승 진출에 성공했습니다. 먼저 스테이지 2 돌아보면 어떤 시간이었는지 그리고 결승에 진출하게 된 소감부터 여쭤보도록 할게요. Congratulations, something. PERIPHERALs will be in the grand finals in Tokyo. Now, when you look back at how stage 2 went, can you evaluate stage 2 for us, and also how does it feel to make it to grand finals?
Of course, it feels great to make in grand finals in Japan, where I basically came from as an esports player. Of course, I feel great, and also about stage 2 overall. I mean, it's not finished yet, but I feel like we only dropped 2 maps to Zeta so far, so it's pretty good, you know.
먼저 이렇게 결승에 진출하게 되면서 또 something 선수의 커리어가 시작됐던 일본으로 돌아가서 결승을 치르게 될 수 있어서 너무너무 기쁘다고 얘기를 하고요. 그리고 스테이지 2를 돌아보면 아직 다 끝난 건 아니지만 그래도 제타에게 2세트 내준 것만 빼면 꽤나 순항했다고 생각하기 때문에 전반적으로 굉장히 뿌듯하고 좋은 시간이었다고 얘기를 합니다. 그래도 최근에 탈론이 흐름을 타면서 굉장히 공격적인 모습도 보여주고 있었고 또 경기력이 점점 고점을 찍는 모습을 보여줬었는데 이번이 두 번째 만남이었거든요.
चल बहन के लंड इतना टेंशन ले जा रहा है. धक्के की टेंशन है बहन से. ये तो धक्के की टेंशन है. पढ़ने की आदत भी कम हो गई. ले
especially in the playoffs as well.
You know,
what was it like
for
facing
real
them
भाई.
this time around? Because this was only your second time playing them, right? Did they feel different in the server today?
I mean, it was fun to play versus them. Basically, we was playing a lot of scrims versus them recently because.
अरे यार ये लिनोवा लीजन भाई क्या है ये? एक तो बैंड जो यूट्यूब का ये जो वीसीटी वॉच पार्टी है इसको पुश नहीं करता क्या भाई? रीच ही नहीं देता भाई. यूज ही नहीं आते. शो दू यूट्यूब. भाई थैंक यू. क्या? क्यों थैंक यू?
예상을 했었기 때문에 페이퍼렉스와 비슷한 스타일의 그리고 성향의 플레이를 많이 보여주겠다라는 예상은 했었다고 얘기를 합니다. 그래서 오늘 매우 재미있는 경기였다고 얘기를 하는데요. 오늘 썸띵 선수 그리고 개인적으로 굉장히 큰 임팩트를 남겼던 경기력을 많이 보여줬습니다. 그렇기 때문에 또 챔피언스에서는 어떤 모습을 보여줄지 많이 기대가 되는데요. 챔피언스에서 또 개인적으로 기대하고 있는 부분이 있는지도 물어보고 싶네요. You were playing lights out today. Would you agree? Yeah? Yeah.
A bit.
Okay. Yeah. Hats off to you. Which is why we just cannot wait to see you perform in Paris as well. Is there anything you're looking forward to once you're in France, or any team or any player that you're looking to play against?
I mean, I don't mind to play versus G2 again. I really want to see what they prepare for us, something new, I guess. And overall, I want to play versus American teams more in general. Yeah.
What about anything in France? Like, you know,
Anything in
croissant?
France. Croissant, of course,
Yeah.
every morning croissant with coffee.
Okay.
I hope I'm not going to be fat after this trip, so...
Okay, I don't think you have to worry about
Yeah.
that, but okay. 먼저 챔피언스에 진출한 후에는 좀 G2를 다시 만나보고 싶고, 그리고 G2가 좀 페이퍼렉스 상대로 새로워진 모습을 보여주지 않을까라는 생각을 하고요. 전반적으로 그냥 북미 쪽 NA 팀들을 더 많이 만나서 경기를 치러보고 싶다고 얘기를 합니다.
अरे
그리고
कितनी cute है यार
개인적으로는
ये.
이제 프랑스에 가면 매일 아침 크로아상을 먹으면서
ऐसे मॉडर्न में मेरा दोस्त भी कम है कमी है सर विजय तो अब बात भी नहीं कर पा रहा बहुत थोड़ी के टेंशन मत लिया कर बस
라는 걱정도 든다고 해서 그런 부분은
कितनी
좀
cute है भाई
걱정 안
ये
해도 될 것 같다고 얘기를 해줬는데요. 마지막으로 퍼시픽 리그 한 경기 남았습니다. 결승전이겠죠. 결승 상대는 누가 될지 예측 한번 부탁드리도록 할게요. As you said, we still got one more Pacific match to play, the grand final. So who do you think you'll face in the grand finals? Who's gonna make it up there?
I mean, I'm looking forward to play versus T1. Again, why not, right? So, yeah.
Okay. Anything you'd like to say to T1?
आ गई T1 सेटअप कर रही है
T1에게 딱히 할 말은 없는데 T1을 결승전에서 만났으면 좋겠다고 얘기했습니다.
ले
이렇게
भाई
해서
RRQ के साथ नहीं
썸띵
खेलना
선수
चाहता समथिंग
만나봤습니다.
T1 के साथ
Thank you,
खेलना
썸띵.
चाहता है
Congratulations.
Thank you.
बाय 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 बाय
Well, PaperX continue their absolute domination here in stage 2.
चालू कर लिया भाई इन्होंने राइट गेम चालू कर लिया भाई
all maps except for the one game against Zeta where they dropped both maps.
क्यूट है भाई
But
क्यूट है सही बता रहा हूँ क्यूट है वो
Talon is looking really good here. And before anything else, we do have Pilsky. We also have Rossi here at the desk who got to watch this game as well. Rossi, yeah, welcome. Yeah, what do you think of all of this coming back to Pacific and watching particularly Talon and PaperX now in top 4?
I mean, honestly, it's been great to be back and watching the games. I always watch the games even at home, but for these specific teams, I mean, Talon obviously has been in really good form. You know, all the players have looked really good. So I thought it was actually a much better match because of that. And Talon, they played okay. You know, the first game they've actually played pretty well, but the second game I think they kind of just got too caught up in the moment, and that kind of the experience that Gap showed. And honestly, something was just hard carrying this game. Everyone was doing their job, but something was just on another level.
Forsaken as well. I mean, you see him get the 9 kill there, but him
अरे इनका कोई IGL भी होता है क्या?
was a little bit of a diff.
इनका कोई
I think
IGL
for
भी होता है क्या
PaperX,
गेम
there's
का?
a reason why they picked Bind here. They had a good game plan. They've only just
ओए
played against
इनमें कोई
Talon's Bind not
जैसे
long
ये
ago,
टीम है
so I think they
PRX है इनका
benefited
इसका
from that.
IGL
You can
कौन
see
है
why they were quite happy to just run back the same veto
लीडर
again.
कौन है
Similarly,
इनका
like I expected, Talon having taken the loss last time were the ones that tried
चल
to change
तुम लोग ये
things up,
देखो
and it
मैं
almost
एक बार
worked for them.
पानी
They
पी
almost
आया
did
ठीक
win
है
that first map of Haven, but in
ये
terms
देखो
of
तुम लोग
repeating
मैं
the same
पानी
map,
पी के आया
it's only getting more dominant for PaperX, not less, and it definitely helps that PaperX was finally able to win at least one pistol.
Yeah, good change there. PaperX, baby steps there. But winning the map overall is probably what they were really aiming for here. Forsaken at the top of the board here. I was expecting a Jing actually to be the most explosive one here. And Thai, this is not surprising as well on the side of Talon.
I mean, that guy's just a beast on a duelist. His mechanics are crazy. They do a great job of setting him up with like the deadlock utility and all the utility as well, just to help him throughout the whole time. But it just wasn't enough. I think just PaperX were just all of them were clicking together, especially this map. Compared to the last map, it was kind of like something show, but this one they just all were like, all right, like we're PaperX. We're back on track. You know, the choo-choo train is never stopping, and they're gonna keep going, right?
Yep.
Yeah, and it's so poetic that Something is our match MVP for today, because last time he said it too. He said it to Frost's face. You know, before they faced off, Talon PERIPHERALS, he said.
In the groups, right?
Yeah, he said it to Frost. He was like, "How are you gonna beat us? No, seriously. How are you gonna beat us, bro?" To his face. So Frost has never been able to live that down yet, but he takes it in stride.
Yeah.
He understands.
You love the smack talk before the game and then
Yeah.
actually backing it up in the server. That is the best combo. We don't like the smack talk after the game only.
Yeah,
so
that's kind of lame, right?
You love that. You love that from Ilya. He's gone absolutely mental, and now he's going to be running it back to Tokyo in a grand final, where I know he's got a lot of fans over there that are going to be excited to see him play. The fans are going to go mental for Something in that final, honestly.
Oh,
that's his second home. You know, that's basically his second home. So they all love him. I mean, he's gonna have home field advantage. PERIPHERALS, obviously, everyone loves them, right? Like even from the Western world, Japan, everywhere, right? So they're gonna have. I feel like they're gonna be the team that everyone's gonna be rooting for always. So I think it's gonna be good to see him there. He's gonna be shining. I mean, I feel like he performs well under the pressure, especially after they won Toronto. I feel like they've kind of got that swagger back, his mojo back, you know. So.
Oh, definitely. Actually, and what do you make of Talon? Because you were here with us in Pacific last year. Was it last year? Yes, 2024.
Yes.
And you were with us for a good amount
मैं
of
भी
time.
छोड़ देता हूँ, मेरे पढ़ाई भी करनी है, बच्चे लोग
What do
मुझे
you
पे नहीं
think of
आएंगे।
the changes that Talon and PERIPHERALS has made?
देख ले भाई, अगर
since
तेरे
then?
को
Has it been kind of
फिर से
surprising?
वैल्यू
Like,
के
are you
बिना
really
पढ़ाई हो
impressed?
जाती है
I
तो
think
मत
PERIPHERALS,
छोड़ दे।
I think they
तेरी मर्जी है वो तो,
always
मैं क्या
good, you know,
बताऊँ
I mean,
अब इसकी।
they're always a top team. I just think sometimes things run its course, and you just kind of need.
You have to
that,
take
you know,
decisions,
rejuvenation.
man.
That's just really all they needed. For Talon, they just got all the best high talent. I'm just gonna be honest. These guys, Killua, Thai, straight shooters. You know, obviously people know Primi.
Yeah.
And I think the most important thing besides just having all this great talent is Cruz has really improved as an IGL. I can see that as a leader, and just overall his in-game
मग्गे से
tactics
पी लिया पानी, बहुत सड़ी के।
he's gotten much better. So I mean, they just leveled up their
गिलास
rifle
लाया
calling,
हूँ।
and they just got straight shooters. So I mean, that's really the biggest differences, I feel like.
Will they be facing against either T1 or RRQ, which
so
is gonna,
tough.
You know, it's
Because
gonna be the second match.
that's unfortunately one chance of going to champs slipping through Talon's fingers there against PERIPHERALS, which was a much more winnable game. I would say the last matchup, in fact, 3 of these maps have been very winnable against PERIPHERALS. That last map of Bind was the least close, unfortunately, so not the greatest note to end on, but 100% they're going to have to either beat T1 or RRQ to be able to secure themselves a spot in champs, and I believe that lower final game is going to happen over here in Tokyo, right?
Yeah, it will be happening over in Tokyo, so that's going to be really exciting over there too. And Rossi, now I kind of want to set up a little bit for the next match that's happening with T1 and RRQ. You've obviously been on T1 before. You've played against a lot of these players before. Were you teammates with any of them? Izu, maybe?
I was Stacks and Izu.
भाई तो स्ट्रीम नहीं करेगा कॉलेज आने के बाद करूँगा ना भाई करूँगा
some of these players
क्यों नहीं
from
करूँगा
RRQ
स्ट्रीम
as well. Both of them have made
स्ट्रीम तो होगी
roster
डेली
shuffles,
होगी
obviously. So I kind of want to know your overall assessment of where T1 is at now.
Well, I think T1 honestly has kind of, with DH
स्ट्रीम तो डेली होगी मेरे भाई
had the same PERIPHERALS vibe, where they're just slowly kind of getting back to what we know them as. I feel like every match they've been improving and improving. Last time though, with this matchup these guys did play recently, right? I felt like RQ was not at the top of their game, and T1 was just playing all right. But I think both teams are kind of getting back to their peak. So I think this game is going to be an actual banger, at least should be. But both teams at their top, it's going to be who is better at their peak. I'm obviously biased towards my guys on T1, right? But, you know, we'll see. RQ is no joke of a team, obviously. They have that experience, and I think both teams having no pressure, we're going to see really high Valorant with the no pressure online, because champs is already secured for these guys. So that's going to be very fun and interesting to see.
I guess there's no pressure
Devil नहीं आएगा Devil एक दो दिन बाद आएगा
but there's still for Tokyo.
For Tokyo, for seeding as well, but I
Devil
don't
एक
think
दो
it's
दिन बाद
necessarily
आएगा मेरे
biased. I mean,
भाइयों
we already saw T1 knock RRQ into the lower bracket early on. They've already had this head-to-head matchup very recently. Although RRQ, you have to say, they definitely have some momentum coming through this lower bracket.
Yeah, I mean, RQ, but RQ then
बट डेविल सही है वो तो बिजनेस संभाल लेगा शायद
so this is going to be a really
बहन कैलेंडर रोक क्यों रहा है तू
yeah, so actually let's look a little bit at what T1 has been up to
सबका अपना अपना काम
into
है
the stadium here. Now again, you've been really familiar with
बिजनेस
this
संभालना कोई आसान बात है बिजनेस संभालना भी बहुत मुश्किल है मेरे भाई
can you give me some insights into what you think of his coaching style?
गांड बिजनेस संभालने में भी फटती है गांड कॉर्पोरेट जॉब करने में भी फटती है
But he's a very good coach. He's very good at giving the game plan. Like he's not gonna be like, hey, do this micro. He's gonna be like, here, this is everything that you need to know. I trust you. I mean, look at their players. Look at the roster. Like, look at the names. You have Stacks, Buzz, Meteor, even these are world-class players. They know what to do. They're not stupid, right?
Yeah.
They have the macro. They know exactly. He'll give them the macro. He'll give them the game plan. Hey, call it when you think it's best. Trust in yourself, and that's his biggest thing. He's gonna get the most out of you.
Oh, I see. Yeah, and I feel like he has been doing that. I mean, they did end up getting that trophy at the beginning of the year, and they end up.
मैं यहाँ जावा भी सीख रहा हूँ, C++ कर लिया, HTML CSS कर लिया, और Python थोड़ी बहुत आती है मेरे को, थोड़ी बहुत, मतलब नॉर्मल सिंटैक्स वगैरह, बाकी लाइब्रेरीज वगैरह भी मैंने Python में नहीं सीखी, जावा में सीख रहा हूँ अभी, C और C++ मेरे को पूरी आती है,
at times up until the last couple of games where I feel like actually
option
have stepped up in like the last 3 or 4 games. I think for the most part with this current roster, DH has been the most consistent and maybe the best player on T1. He's consistently been putting up the numbers regardless of what the stakes of the game are or whatever else is happening in the server. And I agree. I feel like Autumn, like the public sentiment, I've already said it like 3 or 4 times on the desk. I'm watching T1 come into this game with very good, come into these series with very good game plans.
बैकअप प्लान है ना, तो तेरा मन मतलब मेन प्लान पे है ही नहीं. अगर तेरा मेन मोटिव सॉफ्टवेयर इंजीनियर बनना है तो सॉफ्टवेयर इंजीनियर बन के रहेगा. बैकअप प्लान तेरा बिजनेस है तो तू ढीले में लेगा कि बेंचो सॉफ्टवेयर इंजीनियर ना भी बना तो मेरा बिजनेस है, कोई बात नहीं. ऐसे नहीं होता भाई. तू एमटेक करेगा क्या? अभी तक तो कोई प्लान नहीं है, बाकी आगे देखो भगवान देता है. हाँ, अभी तक तो कोई प्लान नहीं है एमटेक करने का.
Yeah, and they will be facing against RRQ, and they have survived the lower bracket run. This is not the team we thought would have, not all of us anyway. I think very few of us thought they were going to survive because they looked really shaky back into stage 2.
PRX जीत गई मेरे भाई.
Great performance over in Toronto, but Ewok has said it himself. He's super disappointed with what happened in Toronto, and he totally wants to go back to champions.
अब T1 और RRQ का है.
So they want to improve now at this point. We saw Monyet even crying on stage yesterday. It's been a long time since he's qualified to champs.
This is why you can't not be a fan of RRQ. Like they have humility.
है भाई, PRX चीज है भाई. क्या टीम है PRX? अब इनमें T1 और RRQ में कौन सी बेस्ट है? T1 और RRQ में कौन सी बेस्ट टीम है?
The coaching staff really cares about these players on more than just the surface level of performance in the server, but actually building
T1 और RRQ में कौन सी बेस्ट टीम है?
multiple years. And you even heard it from Crazy Guy on the desk himself. He's like, I didn't think we would win that game against Genji, and since that they put that comeback together, I mean, I also predicted against them when they played DRX, and they dismantled them. That was not a particularly close series, so I think they're on a little bit of a heater through this lower bracket now.
Yeah, back to what you were saying about like the lower bracket, I think honestly they're thriving now. It looks like they are better than what they were in their stage 1 performance.
भाई RRQ भी बढ़िया टीम है, मैंने सुना है RRQ बढ़िया टीम है. रेक्स रेगम,
not even just as a caller, but an individual
रेक्स रेगम ऐसा कुछ नाम है ना इसका. RRQ भी बढ़िया टीम है, मैंने सुना है.
I feel like we see a lot of up and down from him, but now he's been consistently a monster, especially with the double duelist comps they're running with when he's on Neon and stuff like that. And they're just being I feel like every single player, Kush, even Zval, they've been their level, their consistent floor has been higher and higher, and they've just been getting better and better. And it looks like when the pressure's on after Toronto, when it gets hard like that, players either rise to the occasion or crumble. It looks like they were going to crumble, right? But they've actually risen and they've got to the hard part. And now I think with that no pressure and just honestly more confidence now, they're going to be even better and better. They just need to be able to keep this for the remainder of the year.
Were you really surprised with them beating the two Korean teams?
Honestly, for
DRX,
I was not really sold on it because I think just for them, they have a lot
भाई
of
पिस्टल विन रेट तो भाई उसका था, क्या बोलते हैं, टेलन का. बहन जो टेलन का कितना पिस्टल विन रेट था? 70%.
It's really interesting because
first number पे टेलन है.
Needed a little bit of time. A lot of people had question marks about Cushy, you know, playing the sentinel role sometimes. You could see his stats like drastically drop there, but now
मतलब शाम को आया करूँगा. भाई डेविल ईशान क्या बकचोदी कर रहा है भाई. क्या पढ़ने दिमाग खराब हो जाएगा इसका. मेरे को लग रहा है बहन को डिप्रेशन में आ गया ये बंदा.
putting him on multiple roles has kind of
हर टाइम बेंच पे
reduced his
पढ़ने की बात है,
consistency
हर टाइम
overall, and
पढ़ने की बात है.
I don't think it really has much to do with the role, even though that is like a big narrative, a big point of discussion, and even I think Ewok did address that. And we did have him on the couch. So look, I think he is a player that can kind of step up for them and do some you know, incredible things for them. But this is exactly what we were talking about in terms of the resilience you're seeing from RRQ. This massive comeback against Gen G was really the fire that ignited RRQ, and exactly what you're seeing there on your screen. You see these guys,
Gen G के सामने RRQ कमबैक कर रही है.
they're getting out of their chairs, they're hyping each other
बढ़िया
up.
टीम है, भूसड़ी के. कौन बोला T1 बढ़िया है?
They're playing. You could hear him, you know, calling the game plan, adjusting things in the mid round, you know, telling people, oh, chill in the post plan, or you need to take this map control. I want you to drone Gary and then come back here. You know, he's
रोने लग गया भाई, रोने लग गया बंदा.
Voice of leadership in the team, and there you go. He said it himself.
रो रहा है बंदा.
Like just like something, right? He's backing up what he was saying.
I love it.
Can they make it 3 in a row?
कल पता है क्या हुआ कल, बता क्या हुआ?
So yes, Crazy Guy has been quoted to say that he is the Korean Slayer.
I cannot believe they put is it DH?
It's DH here.
You can't get the youngest guy. What is this?
But DH,
The Reaper
like
of
you
Korean
said, has been
teams.
so consistent and such a fantastic pickup here. And you can imagine Crazy Guy opening that door and DH kind of stopping this Korean slang.
He's just gonna get his head popped off straight up if you peek into DH's angle. I'm not gonna lie.
Honestly, I think even with DH has really good mechanics, but the most impressive thing for me about DH, his discipline is really crazy for a rookie player. Like,
बहन चोद, अभी तक 4 मिनट लगेंगे अभी स्टार्ट होने में.
Or he's just gonna play his life. That's honestly the
Bro.
most impressive thing. Honestly, very opposite when I talk to him.
4 मिनट लगेंगे स्टार्ट होने
If I see a
में.
raise rocket, I'm gonna one tap in midair. Like, I'm like, bro, you're not doing that, bro. Play smart, bro. I see how you play. Don't worry.
Well, that's actually really insightful there. Now you've mentioned Meteor. You were asking us about our build diff. They were like, any of you guys put Meteor because it was someone that we should obviously put on our build diff teams here. So of course we have to highlight him, our double trophy winning guy here in Pacific.
He's alright.
He's alright. He's okay.
He's alright. Gets the job done.
And head-to-head with Xpero here, who has also stepped up.
I agree. He's no joke of a player either. I think he's a very underrated player actually in Pacific. He doesn't get his flowers enough.
Yeah.
He kind of reminds me of like, I mean, everyone kind of knows Envy now, but before Envy wasn't a very popular player. I think Xvero's right, just like that on the Sentinel role. He gets it done, and he actually wins them games sometimes single-handedly. His impact is very high.
100%. We keep calling him like a big game player. I think both him and Meteor are both big game players that could define this series.
मैंने एक जो चीज़ ज्वाइन करा, इसमें एक बंदा ज्ञान पेल रहा था 10 ईयर्स के बाद सॉफ्टवेयर इंजीनियरिंग खत्म है एआई की वजह से. अरे भोसड़ी के चूती होते हैं भाई, चूती होते हैं बंदे. कुछ खत्म नहीं है, लोग चूतिया बनाते हैं. तो एक बात बता, मैथमेटिशियंस इतने सारे हैं, कैलकुलेटर आया, कैलकुलेटर ने क्या मैथमेटिशियंस को खत्म कर दिया? बता, कैलकुलेटर आया, मैथमेटिशियंस का खत्म हो गए? बैंडचोद एआई को बनाने के लिए भी तो सॉफ्टवेयर इंजीनियर चाहिए. सब काम एआई थोड़ी कर सकता है. एआई को भी तो ट्रेन करना पड़ेगा. अरे कुछ नहीं है ये बैंडचोद, कुछ नहीं होगा, चिंता ना करें. RRQ pick, defense, sunset, T1 pick, attack, ascent. Oh my god.
It's very interesting. Do you agree with that assessment, Tilski?
I mean,
as a non-T1 pilled guy here at the desk?
Look, I was T1 pilled initially, and I think I'm starting to come around a little bit more. I think Ascent, you know, it's an interesting one. T1 is kind of playing this like
बस अपने skills upgrade करते जाओ, साथ-साथ AI के साथ AI को use करना सीखो. Rust पे आओ, अलग-अलग languages सीखो, जो मार्केट में चल रहा है वो सीखो. कहीं नहीं जाने वाला तू मेरे लाडले.
And this is where like I think it comes down to
कोई jobs खत्म नहीं हो रही.
At this point where T1 they're going to play this slower style. I feel like their style on Ascent was a very very good play into what Nongshin wants to bring. They love to do a lot of
10 साल बाद उसकी जॉब खतरे में आ सकती है क्योंकि वो ट्रेंड के साथ लेटेस्ट ना हुआ तो.
I think it's really going to be down to whether they can punish like
नए बंदों के लिए. मिका चबी निंजा पिंस्की टाइम ब्रोदिंग क्वाकरा कोमाडो. 1 2 3 4 5 6 बंदों ने प्रेडिक्ट किया आरआरयू जीतेगी. 2 बंदों ने प्रेडिक्ट किया T1 जीतेगी.
But can you tell me why you think T1 will win today, other than you know,
रस तो
that they're
blockchain है भाई हाँ
I've
हाँ
seen them
हाँ
just
भाई
my guys, right?
Yeah.
But I've seen just overall, for example, just like a map like Ascent, they didn't just copy
अरे
and paste
बहुत
the
चीज है
Fnatic
कोडिंग में
everything.
यार एक चीज
For
थोड़ी
example,
है
one thing they did really well that Fnatic actually doesn't do very well is actually be main default against the killjoy and take the turret away. They have added layers, they have made things, they've taken things and made it their own and even better sometimes. And they've only improved. Both teams have only improved. I do have that bias, but this is not going to be a 2-0
भाई
a 2-0
वो
by any means. This is
क्या
gonna be a
बोलते हैं
2-1.
HFT
I'm
ट्रेडिंग ऐसा
expecting
कुछ
13-11
ऐसी कुछ
into
कंपनीज
overtimes.
होती है
I think it's
HFT
gonna be
ट्रेडिंग
close,
या
it's gonna be crazy.
ऐसी कुछ
Yeah, I
ट्रेडिंग
think it's gonna be
कंपनीज
absolutely crazy. Do you have any
वो
quick words about RRQ?
अपने सॉफ्टवेयर इंजीनियर्स को इतना हाई पैकेज देती है इतना हाई पैकेज देती है ताकि वो एल्गोरिदम्स बनाए और स्टॉक मार्केट में
Well, I think one thing
एल्गोरिदम
we're all in agreement with is
लर्निंग के हिसाब से उसमें वो ले
full series. Both teams are going to play
ट्रेड
really
ले
well today.
और
Let's welcome
प्रॉफिट
them.
बनाए
RRQ and T1.
इसलिए भाई इतना पैसा देती है HFTs बहुत ज्यादा तो वो क्या बंद हो जाएगी पार्टी हो रही क्या बहन तो नशे कर रहा होगा भोसड़ी के तूर क्या मैं लेकिन मजाक से हटके वेब डेव की तो खत्म है कल चैट जीपीटी ने 2 मिनट वाली वेबसाइट बना दी मैंने क्रोम डाली थी भाई चैट जीपीटी सामने यूआई बना देती है लेकिन बैकएंड कौन लिखेगा बैकएंड कौन लिखेगा नोड जेएस एपीआई सब कुछ भी तो चाहिए एरर कौन संभालेगा एरर हैंडलिंग कौन करेगा चीज बनाते हैं एरर आते हैं उसमें एरर हैंडलिंग चाहिए होती है मेमोरी एफिशिएंट करनी होती है पेज को रिलोड करना होता है फास्टली बैकएंड संभालना होता है एपीआईज होगी सर्वर मैनेजमेंट हो गया डाटा हो गया एसक्यूएल हो गया इतनी चीजें होती है बहन चोद तूने तो 2 मिनट में सामने सामने वो देख लिया कि उसने एक पेज बना दिया 2-4 बटन बना दिए वो बटन क्लिक कर रहा है काम कर रहा है वो तो बहन जो 10 मिनट में कोई बच्चा बना देगा एचटीएमएल जैसे सीख के मेन काम तो बैकएंड का है कनेक्ट कौन करेगा उसको सर्वर से मैनेज कौन करेगा रिक्वेस्ट कौन भेजेगा यही थोड़ी भेजेगा जब तू सीखेगा ना तब पता चलेगा तेरे को अभी तो फर्स्ट टाइम में भोसड़ी के
Now this is really incredible. T1
छोड़
did
बे,
win the
मैच देख
Masters trophy. They
दिमाग
did get
चौध रहा है
very
मेरा भी
far later after stage 1, and something else they don't have is a Pacific trophy, which this
मैच देख लाडले मैच देख
Pacific Stage 1 trophy was awarded to RRQ against all odds, and again against all odds they survived the lower bracket run, and now they're here also in the top.
Yeah, a lot of
ओ
people say
चलो दोस्तों
Pacific is a mini international event. There are just so many dangerous teams here, and being able to win a Pacific trophy is no small feat. RRQ, after a monumental comeback
इसके
against
सिलेबस में इसलिए
on
पढ़
an
रहा
absolute heater
सब
through
कुछ
the
है
whole
सिलेबस में
bracket, and now it's time to
जावा
get
भी आएगी
revenge.
पाइथन भी आएगी सी प्लस प्लस भी आएगी सी भी आएगी एचटीएमएल भी आएगी सीएसएस भी आएगी जावा और डीएसए भी आएगा कंप्यूटर नेटवर्क ऑपरेटिंग सिस्टम सॉफ्टवेयर इंजीनियरिंग प्रोजेक्ट मैनेजमेंट और कंप्यूटर ऑर्गेनाइजेशन एंड डिजाइनिंग बहुत सारा कुछ आएगा भूतड़ी के कोई एचटीएमएल सीएसएस तक थोड़ी रहेगा तू लेट्स फकिंग गो T1 T1 RRQ heaven
I'm very curious, especially in this map 1, but I have to give my edge to T1 for this ascent.
Yeah, T1 changing it up. I mean, they won the series last
BCA
time
में इतना सब
around,
नहीं है
so
शायद
they've been the one despite
पता
picking
नहीं
up
BCA
the
का
win on Bind in the previous
मैं
series
बीटेक का
to
बता रहा
change up the veto to do something a little bit different, whereas RRQ, they're quite happy to go straight back to Sunset, which would have been the third
नहीं
decider,
कंप्यूटर
and
नेटवर्क तो है
Haven
BCA में
exists
मेरे
on
भाई
the third decider,
थोड़ा
so that we know
बहुत
that
तो
as a
आएगा
middle
ये
ground, that's
वो
a
सब में
comfort
होता
zone
है
for both of these teams.
बेसिक्स
We
है ये
might see
तो
a mirror on that once again.
Yeah, now Rossi was here with us just earlier, and he was saying that this map veto does seem to be a little bit in
चलो, let's
T1's
go.
favor, and I completely completely agree with you guys, especially for Ascent. But Big Time, who was your
Let's
prediction
go.
for today?
My prediction was for RRQ.
Let's fucking go, man.
I'm believing in the run, I'm believing in the hype. Look, I doubted them against Gen G, and then they proved me wrong. And then I thought, no, they're going to be tired, they're going to be burnt out, they're going to lose to the RX, and they looked better than ever. So I had to give my props
Ascent
to them. I think
match.
they have everything they need to make this run work. But whoa, we're throwing it back.
Okay.
Maybe we are Teo merchants, and maybe there's nothing wrong with that.
Look at Crazy Guy. He knows.
He knows what we're saying right now.
Oh my god. Let's see how it works for them. They have been so uncomfortable on this map.
Yeah.
They've changed their Ascent comp almost every single time they've played it lately. They're going to know what T1's going to be bringing on the offense. Let's see if they can deal with it.
Yeah, T1, no changes there, sticking with that chamber. Starting off on that attack, as Rossi mentioned, this comp often struggles towards B main, so watch for them trying to establish a default there to upset RRQ, but I also think that's why this Teo is so good. Lots of ways to throw off this chamber. This screams...
तो राजस्थान चला जाएगा हाँ भाई.
I'm just... What do you guys think? Yeah, do you like
ना
the Teo?
जाऊंगा.
Do we like the return of Teo?
I mean, it's...
I hate it. I absolutely hate it. It's so so mid in the current meta, but they really need to bully this map control. That's what I think. And I think, you know, you need to just take that A or B main space, get Jimkin on that op info line. He's such a terror on this map. It's good to see him back on the Yoru.
If anyone could do it, it's them.
I agree with you Big Time on that one. All right, we're going to send it to our casters to see what they think about all this. Quack and Komodo, please take it away.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, it's a little bit weird. It's a little bit weird to see the Teo. Might be a counter pick for sure. Might be able to throw off Buzz on this chamber, but that said, it will still be a matchup where
अरे जल्दी शुरू करो ना यार.
But it is also RRQ on this heater of a lower.
मैच शुरू करो ना भाई. 35 हो चुकी है.
Because we need some hypnotism to come. You look at my eyes. Why are we playing Teo in this stage?
Redo. Let's go back in time.
Look, there is an angle that you could say it is to try
Oh,
and counter
हो गया,
the
हो गया,
chamber
हो गया,
that
हो गया.
Buzz comes out with. If you can figure out where he's going to be.
Okay, let's fucking go.
The A side of the map in Wine, for example, he's going to have that rendezvous up on top of the bricks. If he's over a B, it's going to be the laneway. You'll see him maybe even playing in P's like in short.
भाइयों रिएक्शन करते रहो, रिएक्शन करते रहो, दिल छोड़ते रहो, दिल छोड़ते रहो, दिल.
He puts these rendezvous at the same spot, but still.
भाई रिएक्ट करते रहो, दिल, इमोजी, कांग्रेचुलेशन सब छोड़ते रहो भैंचोद.
6-13 against Gen G, 7-13
Let's go, man, let's go.
You have not looked good on this map at all this stage. Been very uncomfortable, but the pressure's off. They've made
जब भी चैट पे आओ लाइक करो, चैट करो और रिएक्शन छोड़ो. रिएक्शन से सपोर्ट मिलता है भाई. YouTube रीच भेजता है रिएक्शन से.
Get you there. And let's see.
Let's fucking go.
Something good with this.
I'm going to start off with salvos into B main. Kushi
Oh.
trying to pop shot through.
So up.
It's going to get met with a lot of players though.
What are you doing, Kushi? 5 बंदों के सामने आप पुश कर रहे हो.
Quick shutdown of a round into this B site.
Oh, you got the pop flash from Jemkin. No real angles found. Crazy guy though. Slight trade onto Izu. I think got Buzz. Oh, kind of nah, it's still tagged up. But the plant goes down nonetheless, and with Meteor up around Market, that's tougher choke for RQ to make out of. Meteor with 4 kills and a pistol.
Yeah, nearly picking up the ace for him with the sharp shots to come on through. Game plan action for T1 on that dark cover after the salvos go together as a team and come up with a pretty decisive pistol round. I mean, it kind of reminds me at the minute when we, a map like Split, for example, where we still have some teams throw out a Sky here and there, or a map like Bind where we have teams throw out a Sky here or there. It's like post-plant, Agent, post-nerfs, rather, are still here and there picked, right? Something that screams to my mind in this stage already is Crystal when he brought out the Teo over on Lotus against Team Secret. I mean, yeah, he topped, yeah, they won, but it's like, it's still not confidence whatsoever in this current meta. Teo Merchant's a real thing. Gonna have to see if it's gonna be valuable for RRQ or not. The changes to those salvos and such. I mean, you still got a lot of access to utility in this sort of round for RRQ, where it's just gonna be the pistols to be finding some potential damage.
At least for T1 to just play true to their
Oi,
style.
Buzz
Instantly
bhai.
rendezvoused out, and you got the rest of the team here to support as well. Stacks getting the third, and then just straight into B.
Yeah, can afford 2 deaths here over on T1 with the 2 players on the Ghosts and Stacks and Meteor, but at this point in time, it's already on the site, and the distance game is just going to be won by DH. Now just Monyet. And it's just the classics, of course, for the squad too. So you would expect nothing to come out from him. Even spotted now, and tagged.
Yeah, D stands for disciplined.
And if you're, in my mind, going over towards DH, he's been the rock for T1. Still,
मेरा पहला प्लेयर मेरा T1 देखते हैं मीटियोर पहले जंजी में था भाई मीटियोर और ये DH T1 से DH और मीटियोर क्या तगड़ा खेलते हैं भाई
Teo on this defensive side and what the game plan does look like for RRQ on
ये
this
DH और मीटियोर बहुत तगड़ा खेलते हैं
banning out, of course, Lotus for themselves and Icebox from T1. As soon as they see that and know that, they probably are expecting a weak map of their own to be picked and a stronger map of T1's to be picked.
For now, though, it's going to be A main holds. Wow. Salvos into the peak from Jemkin. There is a reveal, though. Of course, get crashed out over onto the B site. Meteor is known to lurk.
Well, you got no smokes anymore on T1, so they're just going to hit some sharp shots on this bonus round for them with a couple of their rifles. Clear some corners as Meteor, see if you can draw any attention over towards your way with a bit of a split up the mid from Izu. The stealth drone just comes out from Crazy Guy as well. Spotting out nothing, I do believe. One salvo still available, but you're very spread around the map as T1 at the moment. You are just trying to individually find some frags. As Easy going to link up with Stacks now. And Monyet, well, nearly just has his head removed.
Nearly. Still a tough shot to land nonetheless.
The timing so far on these salvos and that special delivery have been pretty okay from Crazy Guy. Still has kind of an understanding of how he wants to play this Teo with the calling as well for the squad, but now he starts to encroach upon this A site and he needs to just hit the shots and he can't do that.
Yeah, stall and delay.
30 seconds left.
But delay only works out for that long. Monyet needing to find the anchor shots. Jemkin arriving as well, though. Some additional support. So it will be trades as RQ find numbers advantage. Meteor might be able to stick the plant. Of course, trying to bait out some reactions as well. He knows his opponents are circling around him. There go the peaks. Monyet for the triple. And RQ
Again, I don't think a lot of people had this composition coming back on their bingo board. Last time they did play it.
रियल लाइफ में लगा ले सट्टे बनाऊं तेरे को करोड़पति
absolutely delivering destruction.
हम मिस मदिरा में डूब जाएंगे ले भैंस चो ये तो नशे में आ गया डेविल तो नशे में आ गया
The whole team has just elevated themselves drastically.
Devil to नशे में आ गया.
Against T1 now, who they did just receive a loss against. They've got to come up good still here as well for the seed to get over towards Japan, Tokyo. That'd be pretty cool for them as well. So this first real rifle rounds now. Gonna have to try and challenge in mid. 3 of them are here.
Where it's gonna be unexpected positions. The trade's coming through. Buzz. Oh, not quite able.
बढ़िया टीम है यार RRQ.
You would switch over to a retake too. Crazy Guy does have the stealth drone. He's ready for the door peek. Out from Meteor is just going to have to gamble that one. Nicely done so far from RRQ in this round. Decisive in mid, switching in towards A, and now they know where DH is. Drones after drones.
You already know where DH is. Whoa!
क्या शॉट था?
Nonetheless, it will be X-Pharaoh.
As well, so far so good for RRQ. We've seen them in times drop pistols, drop second rounds, but in the rifle rounds. And you're hoping that T1 kind of isn't delirious in how to play against this composition, because they of course wouldn't be expecting it, but we know such tenured players, you know, such as Stacks is going to have some awareness and trying to figure things out in the middle of this map.
Yeah, bro.
So it's a bit of a lesser buy to come in from T1. Steel Garden available as well if you want to all stack up together. If you start to feel a little bit of weakness around the map from RRQ, who are just going to put majority of their forces over to this B side and mid in a 4-1 style approach to B and mid, just leaving X-Pharaoh to the side of A by himself.
Deploying drone.
Drone's gonna confirm though.
Didn't spot out Buzz. Doesn't matter. Crazy Guy finds him.
Which means no more entry onto B. Then
मैं उस दिन फोटो में डाल की थी. कौन सी वाली जो इंस्टाग्राम पे भेजी थी?
Pizza.
you
जो
can't really
मरियल
go
सा था
mid if
बहन
you
का
are
लंड
T1.
वो
But you do just have to link up together, really. Try and see if you can put off a couple of the angles. The Thorns aren't really going to do anything here towards RRQ.
Oh,
And Stacks and DH position is eventually just going to be noted. This is very methodical from RRQ.
As they hunt for the final.
देख भाई क्या खेल रही है RRQ भाई क्या खेल रही है RRQ
Not
तू
too
बहन
bad,
चोद
but not
बोल
too
रहा है कि
bad.
बहन
They are
बेकार
starting to
टीम
go up to the
RRQ
corner,
हट
starting to kind of renegotiate
क्या प्यारा
themselves
खेल
and
रही है
really
RRQ
reposition around the map as well. Dotting I's, crossing T's.
हाँ वही था डेविल वही
Now we
डेविल
need
था
to ask the question from T1, where's the spark that you've shown so far as well in your journey through that Omega bracket? You're losing to PaperX, maybe one would argue expected. The 2-0 loss to TALON, maybe one would argue a little bit expected with how they're playing lately, but questionable.
Still though, taking the win over Nongshim, and now trying to find it back on ascent. Buzz goes for the entry.
And this would certainly be a position where you would like to see the Steel Garden invested for them after a bit of a regroup in towards B main 2. Removing Jemkin. Removing an option of a dimensional drift from the party, but also just a body on the floor as far as RRQ is concerned. Now they need to start to spot out some info.
यार ये ऐड भाई दिमाग खराब कर दिया इस ऐड ने अरे बेटी चोद ऐड को रिपोर्ट कर दिया बहन चोद बैन करो इसको
For it. Stacks then holding out from stairs. They kind of expect where RQ are coming from, seeing those salvos, but still the peaks successful. Just Meteor left and he's blocked off by the smokes. Armageddon deployed and flushes him out of position.
क्या
No
रिटेक
chance for
किया
Meteor
है
fighting back.
Didn't think I would see some pretty clean play back on the table right now, but we are seeing RRQ in
क्या
a bit of a
रिटेक
comfort
किया
spot right
है
now. And T1, they are the team that have to be worried. They are the team that are phased by this currently. Not able to get Izu in a spot for success on this Yoru either, by the way. He's just been getting out a couple of team tactic plays, getting the flashes out for the squad to get into some spots. But these are the sort of positions where you're getting the opening kill, you're getting in towards the B site and you're getting a plant down. You can't hold it in the post. Some overzealous play from Meteor, it would appear in the grand scheme of things there. Crazy guy picking up that Armageddon on the back of the kills, and yeah, it's just going to eventuate into a timeout from T1 here. Have the coaching staff actually figured out what they need to do on the attack
सबसे
against
फेमस
what
टीम
should
कौन सी है सबसे
arguably
फेमस
be
टीम
an old
सबसे
forgotten
फेमस
comp.
टीम कौन सी है
Technically, right?
वीसीटी में
That's what it
चाहे
is right
अमेरिका
now
हो
with
गया
the way
चाहे
that
पैसिफिक हो गया कोई भी हो गया
RQ have been
सबसे
able
फेमस
to
टीम कौन सी है
flush them across the map. 4 losses in a row cannot feel too good, but just as before we went into this timeout, you took a look and Buzz had his tour de force. Jemkin brought out his operator.
Yep.
Next round could get spicy.
Well, I know who I'm favoring in that duel.
Do tell.
Would you like to take a guess?
Jemkin.
Yes, absolutely. He's the kill leader with the operators. I mean, it's hard not to. It's hard to argue. Buzz is good. Don't get me wrong. He's great. It's better than most. But right now, well, technically he's tied with Jemkin 4-4.
Sentinel, PRX, Genji, Fnatic.
Overall,
Oh,
RRQ, they are leading with that 4. And the force is out, but is it going to be a full force? Dart on the back of the clone.
Krishy breaks immediately.
क्लोन के बैक पे डार्ट
Space in towards main. And that shear is just going to keep you in check if you want to go skulking around the map, like we've seen from Monya over at A, for example, where majority of the force for RRQ is a little bit more shifted. Mid to be cleaned, with all of the reconnaissance util now essentially gone for T1. They're going to have to put their bodies on the line, and RRQ, well, they're just going to spot out that T1 have found the space in mid. Doesn't matter. It's pistols at the end of the day. It's a Bulldog. As long as they're not walking into these long lines, they won't get picked up by that tour de force. So RRQ just going to be happy enough to sit pretty. Ooh. And DH, well, he's just going to get shoulder checked and his shoulder shot.
completely knocked off balance. No more smokes on this attack.
चल bye bye.
It's gonna come down to the kills. We'll see if Meteor.
And Kushi, it just picks up the recon too, so he can throw that out now for the scan.
As long as they push on through, counter recon will make it tough. Sparrow still anchoring down on the side. They know he's there.
Oh, the tour de force from Buzz, trying to find the right angle.
No shot, no chance. Spike dropped. Now everything's just smoked off too. You've got stairs under lock and key because
13 seconds.
On the site too. And at this point, it's just Buzz left. Every one of them dropping down one by one.
Pretty damn clean from
RRQ जीतेगी भाई.
Damage delivered by Kushi, who gets dinked in the tool.
RRQ तगड़ा खेल रही है.
Weather's throat.
This one though.
Good shots. Getting active. Having the placement of the crosshair done to a T. Getting the trades and the crossfires established for RRQ. But that timeout that was utilized a little bit early on from T1, you would expect that it's got to be more fashion towards this round. Operator in a proper variety out for Buzz now. And DH, don't tell me that he's going to be the first casualty yet again in this shoulder peeking towards an operator.
You can't.
Ooh, baited.
All right, position revealed for now.
Very close towards this B main side of things again with the standard utility set going around from T1. Copy paste from the last round. But they're hoping that they don't control V on the result.
That's going to be the mid-rounding.
Yeah, the pizza spot from Jemkin. Gonna be noted, gonna get out of dodge. The operator to reposition around the map.
Right click and edit straight into the A site.
Gonna contend against Crazy Guy there with Monyet. Bit of utility. Ooh. An operator shot. Just swishes on by.
Spam's not too bad, and off the reposition gets the frag onto Izu. T1 still looking to break through, but inside of the smokes is Crazy Guy.
But he is stuck. Another player in main too.
No other util, so he gets taken down, but take a look at who's already
By
on
operator versus operator.
Has to be walked off.
Buzz के पास operator, Jemkin के पास operator.
Dimensional drift could be an angle here for Jemkin to start to go in. And that is indeed what is going to happen.
Let's see who is better operator.
Still watching out for Tree with the
Oh.
and because of that tunnel vision, Kushi beginning to make his move. Knows that there's one inside. Hell, Jemkin gets the trade, and Xpharaoh to deal the finishing blow.
RRQ better, bhai. RRQ better.
Come through as far as T1 is concerned because
RRQ is better.
Getting a couple of shots missed, a couple of shots collected, but night and day difference with a clean retake from RRQ essentially. Access to that dimensional drift, pivotal for information spotting, shots and trades collected again. And yes, Meteor gets a bit of a lurk activated, but by then the damage was already kind of done by Crazy Guy a little bit here. With the rest of the squad as well, he's just caught out in a reload. Imagine if he still had bullets available. I feel like Crazy Guy is just being ever so omnipotent throughout this stage. And now that is 6 in a row for RRQ. Back to the drawing board for T1 to talk in amongst themselves. I'm going to highlight it here. It's still donut territory too for Izu. He needs to awaken for T1. He's your solo duelist here. And if he's not firing, you put more pressure on Buzz with this chamber, on Meteor on the lurks. And it's just really rough.
Getting shut down every step of the way. He throws a flash, man, yet just spams. Now you're back into B. And RRQ are just lying in wait again.
Buzz the priority for the orb instead of Izu, who would get the drift. Bit of an interesting pickup. I mean, Meteor with the Steel Garden too. You would remove the guns and give your team options in this round. Bit of a head spinner on that one.
लोग योरू से operator क्यों चलाते हैं?
Smokes, but Monyet just still spots them by the headshot angle. Jemkin getting one. The Hunter Sphere getting another. Izu just no choice but to break past market. Off with the clone, Xpharaoh to hold. He hears them inside of the cage! And that stacks down in the ground. It was a pistol round, sure, but still, RRQ make this look so clean.
Yeah. Izu gets a kill, so he's on the board, but a 4 alive situation for RRQ. They are building up cash, and they can just throw it all in a pool and swim around in it at the moment. It'll keep you afloat for a while.
I like Scrooge McDuck.
Is that what it's from?
Yeah. DuckTales.
There you go. I just like money. And I'm sure RRQ do as well.
भाई मेरे को समथिंग की operator better लगी थी भाई. बहुत best थी समथिंग की operator.
Gonna be sent into oblivion at the moment in this half. T1.
बहन चो क्या ऑपरेटर चलाते हैं भाई समथिंग.
Still got the threat of this.
वो ऊपर बैठा है.
DH, well, he was elevated. That's a freebie for Jemkin. No trades. DH does technically have access to Shroud and step away from there. Risky business doing that one.
I thought to play another angle, but still this time it's going to be Monyet instead of B main. Tosses out the flash, but Izu with dimensional drift into sight. Cushy out from the back though.
Catches Buzz on the rendezvous escape position, and now you're still holding good advantages as RRQ. The timing. Oh, you're lucky to be alive here, Stacks. But what can you and Izu do?
Now what's the angle going to be?
भाई जो ये DH है ना, इसको पहले पीक नहीं करना चाहिए मिड पे. ये अपने टीम के लिए स्मोक्स वो करवा रहे हैं बेट. ये मर जाता है पहले और इसकी टीम स्मोक नहीं दे पाती.
But he just continued fat wide. Izu gets the burst down outside the door. It's a triple kill into an ace, and T1 put one round back up on the board.
Well, T1 aren't going to get sent into oblivion if they lose that round, but you know what is going to happen? Izu is just going to put on the horns and go devil mode. That is pretty insane to come out from him there, and a requirement for T1 to keep a sliver of a chance on this side, you would think. Comes out with an ace, just hitting the shots. You know he's got to be happy with that one. It's got to be the start for T1 here to try and keep this one in play. 7-5
कर दिया भाई इजू ने एस.
That they can put themselves in towards if so. And it's going to be back to the C or the B side of things yet again with Steel Garden going out and catching Xfero.
Maybe a fast and simple execute. Trying to stall and hold them off as long as possible, but it managed to teleport across. Jemkin still getting the shot midair. Maybe a second one. Doesn't quite matter because Xfero's around the corner. Two more. And then another trade. Buzz trying to do it all. Has to play around the Rosie. Backed himself into a corner where Monyet just decapitates him.
Jemkin getting into the back
भाई
of the
बंदे का
side
फ्री फायर देखा भाई, वो बैठ के फायर करते हुए इस साइड आ रहे भाई.
to back up his boy.
बैंच ताकि वो पीक करे और उसी टाइम लग जाए. ये होना चाहिए भाई.
DH dead first yet again. Xfero with the utility around. He was the one that actually was backed up. Pardon me, but it doesn't really matter in the grand scheme of things. Who is there?
देख देख इसको देख, फायर करते हुए भाई राइट हुआ है.
RRQ are still being ever so consistent in the promise to be Korean slayers. And now it's the last round of this half. You've got some pistols on the side of T1. Gotta come up with a cheeky round. Buzz is one away from the tour de force. Jemkin one away from the drift again after just using it a little bit ago. The operator is just a blessed weapon for him.
Especially considering his performance all throughout the past 3 days, you consider this one. One way smoked off again.
Sending out the stealth drone up through short, up through tree. Spotting nothing to mid as well, so you get an idea that it's either B main outside or it's outside A. And the player that you would love to have in this spot is, of course, going to be Jemkin. He even legs Buzz. But can he get out? Gatecrash still online. Happy enough to play with the team.
Could expire soon. Oh, pre-fired shot. Monyet trying to delay now. The smokes have been set up. He goes in for the flash. Tries to go up front, but still get taken out. Crazy guy.
Spam,
Possibly able to spam all throughout across. Izu TPs to the back. What is that? Crazy guy! Picking up the 4K, denying entry. Stacks.
Ace.
Goes in, slicing the pie, gets the first shot. But still, two opponents on site.
5 seconds.
Closes out the door and looks for
4 seconds.
3 seconds to go. He gets off of it. And Xfero says it's lights out.
Crazy guy, the Reaper. That is absolutely disgusting that comes out from him. Even on the gate crash to Izu to the back of the site. 4 versus 5 conversion. 3 versus 5 conversion from the leader of RRQ. That is absolutely ridiculous from him. And a 93 scoreline that RRQ can back up in this map. This
पूरा यहाँ से वहाँ flip फिर वापस यहाँ flip. अरे पैंचो.
Putting up a great half there for the 9-3.
तगड़ा भाई तगड़ा.
Mateo, his utility still good. I mean, the recon gathering is working out wonders for RQ, but down to the executes from T1, always getting messed up because you got players like Xpero with the trips.
It feels like RQ weren't really moving their positions too much on that defensive side, to be fair. Who would you want to sit next to on the plains of Tokyo, Stax or Meteor?
What do you want to sit next to a plane to Tokyo?
I like just being silent on planes. I'll just be left to my own devices. So technically Meteor plays Lurk and he's left to his own devices, so he would probably be the one I would pick because that's similar.
He does
if he follows in life with the game.
Like the more introverted, reserved.
I'm getting too nerdy about this. Well, we need to see some big brain nerd action gameplay from T1 on that defensive side, otherwise they're just going to roll over on Ascent.
Cannot afford to be quiet on the second half for sure, Komodo. 3-9 on your own map pick. On a map where RQ was not meant to be this successful, but take a look at that, 7 rounds in a row in the first half. Now off to the attack.
Yeah, this is where things might be wild for RRQ with the Teo. This is where they would have their drills, of course, found on what they want to do on the attacking side, right? Their set plays, getting close to the B side of the map, baiting out what utility that they possibly can first. See if the shear has been placed there, for example.
Uh-oh. Back into the headhunter, though, from Buzz, but the trade from Crazy Guy.
Some extra damage delivered to Jemkin, though. So, Buzz in death, finding 1.5. And now you got some adjustments to make in this round for RQ as T1 pivot more to the A site.
Trying to hold, got smokes off outside of mid. But not much in terms of the intel gathering department. It's because Stax is all the way on B.
Xvero's just playing by himself in B main now as mid is explored by RRQ. They've got a gate crash for Jemkin and a salvo for Crazy Guy that you would expect to go into the site to start to clear some things.
Here in the coming cross. Everything's confirmed now.
Nice shot.
The right click Spagnet just goes through the smokes into the site.
What a way to open the site as well. Quite patient, but it feels like T1
Landing.
graciously welcomed them into the site. There's just been no defenses.
मेरे ख्याल से तो RRQ जीत जाएगी, easily जीत जाएगी ये game.
You've got flashes.
Easy win है RRQ का.
Everyone from RQ stuck up inside a boathouse. You see that nothing's on site.
Jemkin does have a flash as well. He could just lob out.
Progression smoke now.
Oh, camera.
Oh, and it just baits Izu in. He gets the flip
Izu!
stone, 90 degrees, a flash outside, looking for the third, but shut down by Xpero. And now RQ looking to play it safe. Looking for a couple more taps. TP'd across, DH still healthy, and he's hunting for it. The double kill. T1 pick up the pistol right back at them.
Oh, that's a 2 versus 4. Doesn't matter if the defenses aren't there for T1. The
Arre
retake
bhai!
is successful. All 4 members of RRQ at the back of the site, and maybe a little bit of
shit,
uncoordination
man.
from
Oh,
them
shit.
in that dark cover. Crazy Guy gets polished off first, and the ghost shots connect. Bit of a rough one for RRQ, considering the start of the things there.
Izu ने क्या मारा?
Down to Izu and DH finding the remaining 2.
Izu ने क्या मारा?
A lifeline for T1, but job's not done. It still gets damn close, and they've still got a marathon to start to run here for this halftime comeback.
And spying up in full, the Outlaws, while doing some good damage. It's going to be Izu with the Bulldog. That ultimately seals the deal. RQ needing to back off.
Putting this Vice Util over towards A now. T1 just in this anti-eco.
भाई ये क्या बंदा है इजू भाई क्या बंदा है पहले ये सब बहन चोद
RQ just kind of walking into their doom. All the alt points all getting picked up in this round.
Bro, what the fuck?
If you want to play the numbers in that one, and you got, you know, it's an anti-eco, for example, I wouldn't have minded Izu after the spot getting and staying in B main to pick up the ulti orb, get one away from the drift, because it feels like that sort of situation you're not going to be getting any of the kills with Meteor already there. It would have been cheeky for him to be able to have access for the drift, you know, off a kill, off some space, off crunch play, for example, in this next round in the bonus. But hey,
crazy.
They're just focused on getting these rounds at the moment, so you can't really fault them. They just need to get a couple of these rounds really on the board. Start to build up a little bit more confidence and momentum on this defensive side.
8 बजे आएगा खेलने हाँ भाई आऊँगा 8 बजे
Save from RQ though.
Yep, it's going to be proper rifles all across for them, and the full utility. Salvos towards the short spot, and it is just going to force Izu to stick around and catch Crazy Guy off guard. It's cheeky. When Buzz rendezvous out, you think that that corner is safe.
Heating up off of the ace, now Buzz holding the angle in towards ace short. Will RQ still begin to formulate a plan? They know that he's around the corner, but Trigger Discipline doesn't fire the clone. Swaps over the Headhunter, and RQ
मारा 140 उसको.
still thinking to break past his obstacle.
Munya does still have a paranoia, so he can try and set that up for the team. Meanwhile, Jemkin with 10 HP might just want to send in the blind side and see what else he can kind of do. As you got 45 seconds to go for RQ.
बस इस मैच के बाद चला जाऊंगा भाई, मैं काम है मेरे को. उसके बाद रात को ही आते हैं 8 साढ़े 8 बजे खेलने.
Managing to take him down, but still Meteor right around the corner inside of Market.
30 seconds left.
Only single, a couple more flashes to maybe break past of it, but they go in for the mid-round decision back in the end. That's when Meteor strikes.
20 seconds, you're going in towards the chamber right now from Buzz. That's the Outlaw. There's the first shot on towards Jemkin. Can't get anything more.
It's down to DH. He's been good on it so far. Repositions to wait for the rest of the team to get in. 10 seconds now, and Cushy begins to stick onto the plant. T1 gives it over to them. That's when they do begin to peek out together as a full squad. Swapped over the classic. Meteor deals the killing blow. And T1 find themselves with the bonus picked up.
Nicely done from them at the end. They'll upgrade a couple of their guns as well and upgrade their confidence going in towards the next round. If you are RRQ, you probably take the next round for what it is, a lesser buy, then call a timeout going into the rifle round. Because if you drop the next couple, that's where things will look to be tied up. And that's where your game plan on this attacking side starts to falter a little bit. And T1 will pick up some momentum of their own. A little bit of complacency with these corner clearances in the round from RRQ. Still, just leaving Xferro to his own devices over at the B side as the rest of the team set their sights on A for the beginning. I don't like that special delivery. Didn't go to the opponents, it was returned to sender.
Not good at all. And now the parcel's just completely unwrapped. T1 see that we have a present delivered to us over on the A site. Got salvos and everything sent in, but all the approach has been all but staggered. Still though, Jemkin firing some shots, but T1 ultimately collecting on all.
Yeah, well, the gift is just going to result in T1 picking up a pretty clean anti-eco round there with the bench for Buzz as well. Remove that Outlaw. And now we start to look into things from RRQ, which, hey, look, time was paused, so they are going to do a timeout.
ये low latency पे है क्या?
Needed it.
I've watched this game before.
Latency क्या है इसकी?
Little by little, T1 starting to do what they need to do on this defensive side as well. Lock down a lot of these lines that they can stick pretty in and then get out with the Chamber Yoru comp.
As RQ, that's why they need the coaching staff to intervene, knowing that that's what they're seeing inside.
Latency नहीं पता चलती है ऐसे?
And it's funny as well, right? Because when you throw it back to last stage, this is the composition that they were able to beat PaperX on 13-6. Ascent is not a good map for PaperX. Like, don't get me wrong, it used to be a map that they loved once upon a time, but just lately shying away from it. This stage as well, right? Not even playing it. Some miraculous way being able to dodge Ascent and Corrode every single time is like a how?
Teams just give it to him. I don't know what to say.
Yeah.
But here we go. Now it's going to be Buzz in with the operator.
Well, conversion rate after the timeout now needs to come into play for RRQ. Operator for Buzz as mentioned. T1 do like to get out ops, don't get me wrong.
Position over onto A main. Some slight adjustments while RRQ trying to paint a picture across B as well as mid.
क्या lineup है भाई?
Thorns, one set of them over to A. And Buzz at that point in time is just happy enough to still stay on that operator line. Meanwhile, too short. DH is going to get challenged, and Xfero finding Meteor. He's going to use the hat, and the jig is up. Your position's revealed.
Still trying to create more havoc on the A side. Ooh, quickly peeling off.
And you could just have your choice on where you want to go, to B or to A. You don't want to go into an operator at the A side? Sure, let's just switch on towards Izu, whose only escape strategy is going to be into the drift. Stacks at the back side now, the only contender as the peppering through the wall comes out onto Izu.
Revealed thanks to Cushy.
DH though.
Yeah, TP'd across, but you got the Armageddon, and that cements this assault into B. Spike planted soon enough, and just Buzz.
And he's just going to save the operator into the next round. A well-navigated situation from RRQ. The neural theft and the duel on Xfero. Literally the pivotal frag that opens up the books here for them to get all the information. And the from the shadows from DH is just diddly squat when that Armageddon comes on through.
चलो भाई जा रहा हूँ मैं, ठीक है?
They'll get double digits here, and that
मेरे को
is
काम आ
their
गया.
round after the timeout going flawless.
Keeping things with the economy
आता हूँ
flowing
मैं,
as
हाँ?
well.
आता हूँ मैं रात
It's
में.
always
बाय
something to
बाय.
see.